Ayo guys, welcome to We Know Kino. We'll be discussing all about the Gooners, directed by Richard Donner, starring Gay Frodo and Josh Broccoli. All right,
Dickie
One thing-
Donner, let's go.
guys, we can't say die in this episode, all right? Because Goonies never say die. All right, from now on.
From now on, okay.
Now on.
Well, it's good, everybody. This is We Know Kino. With me, wait, no, I should introduce myself. I'm Sebastian, also known as the Spooky Memes. With me, as always, is Bex.
Hi.
And this week we don't have Steve with us, so we've replaced him. He's gone. He's out of the pod. No, he'll be back. He'll be back 2 weeks. He's just gone on holiday. So we got some special guests lined up, and the first one's here today. This is Zach. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? Thank you for having me on, bro. I've been wanting to come on for a while, you know.
You're a movie guy. You and Steve are both doing movie courses.
We both study film at university.
Yeah.
This is just right.
This is it. And I asked you to pick us a movie to talk about and discuss on the pod.
Right. So yeah, I picked the Goonies, you know, but I'm kind of regretting it a little bit because this movie is so hard to analyze.
It's just like a really good, straightforward movie, right? That's how I see it.
But nah, I love this movie, man. Like,
why'd you pick the film?
So it's just like it's a childhood movie for me, and I'm only 19, right? So you're probably wondering, like, why is it a childhood movie for me? This was made in fucking 1985, yeah. But nah, my sister showed me the movie when I was like 7, and just from then on, I've just been watching it every time I feel.
It wasn't like a 5-year-old sister showing you the Goonies.
No, but she's only like 25 as well, so I don't know why she's watching it.
To be fair, this is my first time watching the movie. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
I'm 30 soon, and I'd never seen this film before.
I'm still surprised you've never seen this.
That is wild to me, actually.
I don't think it was ever on TV, like terrestrial TV, growing up. Like E.T. was on all the time, you know, for your extraterrestrial TV. No, but E.T. was on, like, you know, your main 4 channels, right?
Yeah.
That was always on like ITV or Channel 4 or something, but I never saw the Goonies on. Do you know, I recorded the Temple of Doom, you know, the Indiana Jones film, the second one, and I would just watch that on repeat. So, like...
Well, that has one of the characters from the Goonies, mate.
Exactly. That's my history to do with the Goonies, is that I watched Ke Huy Quan. Oh my goodness, I've never actually tried to say his name out loud. Maybe that's completely wrong. I'd watched Data in Indiana Jones previously, but I've never seen this. Vex, what's your background?
Okay, so with my background, I get to send you guys a picture in Discord as well at the same time, right?
We'll show and tell. We'll do a bit of theatre of the mind, guys. Don't worry. If you're listening, which you will be because you're not watching us, hopefully.
Wait, is there somebody watching? So obviously this movie, I've seen it. I grew up on it as well. It's like one of my childhood favorite memory movies, and it's also one of Callum's favorite movies as well. And we have a connection to it because in 2017, for a Halloween party night, our nightclub used to do this dress up competition, and if you had the best costumes, you won a prize. And Callum dressed up as the character Sloth. He even went as far as ordering himself a baby root bar so he could have the entire costume.
Oh, man.
And I dressed up that year as Twisty the Clown from American Horror Stories Freak Show, and I ended up winning the prize. So I'm going to send you guys the
Sloth and
pictures
Twisty
of us.
I want it to be the Superman top he wears.
Yeah, of course he did. So that was us. That was the boys.
That's an incredible outfit. Wow. To describe it, your brother looks just like Sloth. That's crazy.
Read that.
And then he put the mask on as well.
And Bex is actually terrifying in that picture.
And I still have that mask sat on my wardrobe. I have that.
That's so scary. It's so scary.
And everybody on that Halloween night was freaked the fuck out because I refused to take the mask off the whole night. I was being very stubborn. I was like, there's a little mouth hole when you take the mouth guard off. So there's a little hole. I had to get everybody to bring me a straw for my drinks. And then when I won the prize, I took the mask off. And honestly, I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my life. It was like taking off a fucking like compression helmet off of my head. But it was a fun night, good memories, and yeah, Callum did a pretty accurate slot.
I've seen Sloth my entire life, like just in pop culture, just popping up in things. I've never known he was from the Goonies, so I got a big shock when I started watching this film.
Yeah.
When we got to Sloth, I was like, what the hell? What's happening? I mean, to be fair, what the hell is like my reaction to a lot of this film? Because
a lot of it is very random.
Things keep happening where I'm like, this is a kid's movie. Oh my goodness. We'll get to it when we get to the beats of it.
Yeah.
Things you can get away with in a PG film back in the 80s. It's pretty wild.
Well, so a lot of the swearing they would cut out for like the TV version, I'd imagine, right? So you could, because it is a kids movie, they wouldn't have had the swearing. So I was really shocked when I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, like one of the main kids says shit in the like first 2 minutes.
Yeah. And then there's a scene with Mouth, which we'll probably get into when he's speaking Spanish.
yeah, we'll get into that. Oh, you guys got anything you want to say before we actually do get into the beats, though, and like break the movie down? And that's what we do, by the way. Sometimes I introduce the podcast. I just assume people know, but maybe this is your first episode. Maybe you're just a huge Gooner, and you've clicked onto this.
I mean, if you're not a Gooner, what are you doing here? Honestly. One thing I would like to say is, why the fuck have you guys got me up so early?
Because, right, if we don't do it this area, especially I know with me, I don't know with Seb and Steve, if I'm not into a routine early, I just get really lazy and do shit. And then if we record in the evening, that's the whole day gone.
Well,
that's fair.
We decided this like early on, kind of on accident, because we just like, what happened was we were trying to figure out a time that was good for us all when we did our first episode. And Bex and I both stream regularly, so I didn't want to do it in the evening. And I know that I can talk quite a lot, and I knew that Bex could talk quite a lot. I don't think I quite knew how much Bex could talk.
Wait.
You have a holiday, mate.
So it is good that we have like a good, huge blocked out section of the day that we can just yap and have a good time, That's why we're here at this time of day.
Okay, you know what? I accept that, mate. I accept that.
Yeah. It sucks though when you're so used to going to bed late.
I know.
And you got to get up early. It's the only time in the week I get up early.
Same.
It's 10 to 12 right now, guys, and we're complaining.
Yeah, there's somebody that's been up since like 6 at work. He's like, what are these guys fucking talking about?
Zach sent me a text at like 20 to 10 being like, yo, this is criminal being up this early. What the hell, man?
I can't do it, guys, man. I need my sleep.
Dude, you need to get used to it. You're starting uni tomorrow, second year.
I know. That's actually really bad. I should.
So basically, we helped you. We gave you your first early morning
get you
to
into
get
the
you
routine, yeah.
And we're discussing film as well, which is what I'll be doing at uni.
You could show this to your lecturer.
Yeah, if it goes well, mate, of course,
You have to explain gooning to him, though, okay?
Oh shit! Wait, I've already ruined it then.
Yeah. You talk a little bit more into the mic, Zach. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
More.
All right.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, guys.
Wait, before we start our beats, we also have to mention Richard Donner was already on our podcast. Well, not him himself.
He's actually here today. He's just being very silent.
He's very humble, very demure.
We've got our first Zoomer on the podcast, so we got to use all these terms, guys. Wait, Bex, are you a Zoomer?
28? Does that count? I don't know where I fit in.
I don't know where you
fit.
Right
on the edge.
Are you millennial?
I'm edging.
You're edging.
No, you two are millennials, right?
On
God.
God.
I think so. On God, yeah, for real.
On Mog.
No doubt.
Also, we have to mention who produced this movie because we've torn into him a few times on this podcast.
This might be the nicest we will be about Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah, he actually he wrote the story for this, and then Chris Columbus. Chris Columbus. He wrote the script, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's right. That's right, guys?
Spielberg had some influences on the directing as well, like maybe 10%.
I think he was like a secondary director or something. There's a lot of shots in this that feel very Spielbergian.
Definitely.
Slow zooms into focus on things. And, I don't know. I just said the most generic film term ever, but you know what I mean.
Slow zooms, yeah.
He did a slow zoom, and then I clapped and I was like, hey, Spielberg. It was great.
Spielberg.
But wait, those slow zooms didn't work in Ready Player One for you.
He's maybe lost his touch, He's an older man now.
I love just getting to mention Ready Player One, just feeling the angle of a rise a little bit.
It just sucks, man. Come on, you're like a huge fucking Shining fan.
It does. It's a weird movie. It's
weird.
I can't even
being bad.
Be mean. Yeah,
well, I don't know why you can't be mean to it. I don't understand.
I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I just don't want to be.
Did you like the part when Master Chief ran up that cliff with Tracer from League of Legends?
It's a bad time to say now that I actually quite enjoyed the Ready Player One movie.
Because it was made for you. You know what? Do you know what it is? Spielberg makes movies for the kids of each generation, right? So I guess that worked. I think that's
right. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Ready Player One was like the Fortnite movie before Fortnite was a thing.
Oh, you know what? That is so true.
If you slap the name Fortnite on top of that, it's just all of this IP crunching together, really, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a good way.
This is why you can't hate it, because you love Fortnite.
Yeah, but I don't like it either. I don't like Ready Player One. I just don't hate it either. It's just like, if I never had to sit and watch it again, I'd be cool. That's the kind of movie it is. If I never had to sit and watch it again, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm actually with that.
Next time we get Zach on, maybe he can
pick it.
He can pick it.
We'll watch it again.
If that episode ever comes out, you're just going to hear Seb rocking in his chair.
This film means a lot to me. My sister's showing it to me.
Minecraft movie to come out, guys, and then we can do that one.
Oh, we should all go cinema together and watch the Minecraft movie.
Fuck's sake. Richard Donner, previously in episode number 3, we covered a Richard Donner movie. We did The Omen.
Omen.
Yeah. And that was, Scary Kid. This is like Nice Kids. Like
Nice Kids, but there's still a hint of horror in there a little bit.
There's some scary stuff in this, actually, yeah. And, I mentioned Temple of Doom earlier. It's got that kind of feel to it as well, which is also Spielberg, right? So
Yeah. It's like a kid Indiana Jones movie.
It is like a kid Indiana Jones movie. Not to be confused with Kid Indiana Jones, though. That was...
with all the booty traps.
All the booty traps.
Yeah, the booty traps.
Booty traps.
They're laughing as if booby isn't already like a funny word, though. Like.
We're like 20 minutes into recording and we're laughing at the word booby. It's falling apart, lads.
Yeah. So we ready? We ready? We good?
Yeah. How does this film start then, right?
Skull and Crossbones logo, baby. And we're zooming into the eye. And which eye are we zooming into? We're zooming into the right eye because that's One-Eyed Willie's eye, baby. Who's One-Eyed Willie? We'll tell you. We'll
Fantastic
find out.
Name for a pirate.
It's such like a kid's name, Oh, One-Eyed Willie, and then you giggle, right? But none of them giggle at One-Eyed Willie ever. I was giggling.
Did you giggle?
One-Eyed Willie. Yeah.
I was definitely giggling.
I was having to giggle. So you get the logo, and then it zooms out of the logo, and then it was straight off. And I was like, what the hell? I thought Zach said this was a kid's movie because there's a guy just hanging in a prison cell.
Yeah. Someone, can we say this on the podcast?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know what you want to say.
He's committed suicide.
He's not committed suicide. So
well, we don't know that yet.
It does look like he has Yeah, he's hanged himself. But I was like, holy shit, this is dark for kids. And
Yeah.
then the security guard goes up to him and reads like a post-it note or something, and it says, "Do you really think I'd be stupid enough to kill myself?" And then wham! He
You know what I
hasn't.
was thinking though? Why would he need to go through the effort to fake hanging himself when none of them were like handcuffed or anything? If he wanted to just escape,
have
he
just
could just
whacked
knock
him.
them out straight away.
Well, you see, the
With
thing is, the
pipe
guy
they
went
had-
in there because he thought he was dead. You know,
Hmm.
that's why he wouldn't have went into the cell if the guy was just standing there, right?
But if you just carried the pipe behind his back as he was walking out and then smack him on the head,
What's he walking out of the prison?
well, that's how he walked out. You know.
No, because the guy went into the cell. He couldn't have got the guy into the cell without faking his death.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is he didn't need to go into the cell. You know?
Who?
The police officer.
Then how would the other guy get out? I'm getting confused. What's
Wait,
happening?
I'm also getting confused.
You're saying the guy didn't need to fake his own death?
Yeah.
Then
Because
the cop
cell
would have
was
never
already
went in.
But the
to
cop wouldn't have
check
went
on
into the
him.
cell to check on him.
And he could have just walked out with the pipe to just walk out the cell to escape. He
Why
needed the
not?
cop to come in to knock him on the head so he could get out past him.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he
Right?
didn't have the keys to the cell. The door's not open. How do you think the prison system works?
Wait, the door was open though, because they were all walking out for lunch or something.
No, the cell door.
All right. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, guys. Okay.
It's like you need to go into a prison and ask how it works.
So,
I've
do you
never
have an
been to
open door
prison.
policy like in the Goonies?
Hey guys, I've spent enough time here. I'm leaving. Thank you for letting me stay.
Thanks, guys. It's been great. I'm taking this metal bar with me, by the way.
Hey, I don't know how the prison system works, all right? I've not been.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So have we?
No, we can be past that. We can be past that.
Can
bit, all right?
we?
I can't
don't
believe we
think
just
we
got
can.
stuck
Right.
up on the very first part of the movie.
Guys, we can move past it, all right?
Okay.
Ooh, ooh,
Oosa.
ooh, sir. Yeah.
God.
Okay. All right. So we got a prison escape, and there's a so our prisoner has ran out front, and he's got a getaway car, and in it is his mum and brother, and he can't open the bloody door. They've poured petrol all over the front of the station to stop the cops going past it, right? Because they set it alight. And then they get into the car. Now we have a police chase. And what a great way to start a movie. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
a great way. It introduces all the characters using the same police chase in the background.
It's true, yeah. We see all the characters. We go past the cheerleaders where we meet the girls. We see a kid watching the police chase on the TV. They go to the dock where some kid is like crab fishing or something. And then another kid is creating gadgets. And he has like he's got like a little belt with like 007 chiseled on it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then there's a larger kid, and he spills a drink on himself and then says, oh shit, because he gets so hyped at watching the police chase.
First swear word in the movie.
Yeah. I should have counted them. I thought that was going to be like, nowadays, like, all right, you get one swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they just continue to swear throughout the rest of the movie.
They do.
Yeah. And the way they escape is there's some kind of beach race going on, and the car like drives into the beach race and blends in. That's it, right? I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that, but yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That is pretty much it. So
I just have like all of the cast are amazing. Like everybody that's in there is really, really good.
So we're introduced to our two main brothers here, and I was like, they're called Mikey and Brand, and I was like, holy shit, is that Josh Brolin?
Yeah.
And then I was looking at the other kid and I'm like, this guy looks really familiar. And I was like, holy fuck, it's Frodo. And then I was like, no, it's not Frodo. It's Samwise.
The guy from Stranger Things.
It's the guy from Stranger Things. Zach, have you seen Lord of the Rings?
You know what, guys? I've not seen Lord of the Rings.
It's crazy. This is the age difference, though. You know Sean Astin from Stranger Things. Sorry, there's a fucking jet going over my head right now. What is that? No, it's a helicopter. Whoa.
What is it? Let me see.
Wait, mate. We're filming.
Episode 15. This is the 15 assassination attempt on Seb on recording.
Close my window. Normally it's chainsaws. No, it's guys flying around in helicopters.
Wait, you usually have chainsaws like just zooming around outside your fucking house.
Yeah, dude. Straight up.
They just fling him up at his window.
Yeah. When we did pick Mondays as like recording days, I was like, nothing happens on a Monday. Everybody will be at work. It'll be fine. No interruptions. And every week there's interruptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Thanos and we got Hobbit. So that's pretty cool. And
Thanos and Hobbit. He's also in Dune. You can have your minute to say that he's in Dune. You're allowed to have it.
It's Gurney Halleck. It's Gurney Halleck. It's a cool guy. I love Dune, guys. Did you know that?
There's also that one guy from Deadpool 2.
Cable.
Zach said to me the other day. Sorry, go on, Zach. Go on.
No, I was saying this to Seb the other day, and I accidentally mistaken him for Bane from Batman. No, I said Bane from Deadpool, right?
He's like, oh, Josh Brolin also played Bane in Deadpool. I was like, really? That's crazy, man.
There's a part of me that's falling apart right now. It's okay. I forgive you.
Got the name of the villain. All right.
This is Sean Astin and Josh Brolin's first ever movie roles, as well.
Yeah.
They're nothing else before this. So they're brothers. They're cool guys. Josh Brolin is rocking a bandana, so he's already a bit of a pirate, And then their mate Mouth comes round, and he's played by Corey Feldman, who I think my only other experience with him in cinema was probably from one of the Friday the 13th movies. He plays like the young Tommy Jarvis, right?
Yeah, he shows up in 4 of them. I think there's 2 of them where he's only a flashback though, but he's a kid in 2 of them as well.
Yeah. Wait, is it him growing up? It's not. It's a different guy.
No.
It's a different guy.
He's a kid in 2, and then when they do the adult version, it's a completely different guy.
Yeah.
He also voices Donatello.
Gremlins.
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Gremlins.
Yeah.
I love Gremlins. Who does he play in Gremlins? You know what? You could say a name and I won't know, so that's okay. I realized I only know one character's name in that entire film, and that's Gizmo. So,
well, he's not Gizmo, so
he must be one of his mates, then, right? One of the main character's mates.
Yeah, I think he's a younger friend or something in it, if I remember right.
Yeah. He's
Stand By Me, made a year after the Goonies, is in that as well.
I don't think I've seen Stand By Me.
Damn. See, these are proper classics, Seb, that you haven't seen, and I have.
You've not seen Lord of the Rings, Zach? What the hell, man?
What's that? Is that a film?
No, it's a show on Amazon Prime. It's Rings of Power. Yeah. It's really, really terrible. Okay, I couldn't even bring myself to fake that. That was good.
I could feel it dropping out of you. The beginning of the sentence, you're you were going to do it, and then you dropped out of it.
I have. So Mouth comes around, and he's like a suave, cocky kid. We all had a mate like this when we were younger. Or if you didn't, you were probably this kid.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I had a mate who was a bit like Chunk. So I've just wrote a note here. Chunk comes out, so I don't know what that means. What?
What do you mean by that?
Starts yapping about the police chase.
Oh, he's outside. He's asking them if they're coming out, right? Because he's talking about the police chase. Yeah.
He's the only one that saw the police chase with his own eyes, which I think is great because throughout the whole movie, he comes across as a kid you just can't believe.
Yeah.
So they introduced that straight away.
That's true, yeah, like the boy who cried wolf, because apparently in the past he's always like telling them that he saw like he had dinner with like Michael Jackson and stuff like that, you know.
Which back then it probably did happen.
That's dark, Zach. That's dark, bro. So, Mouth says that Chunk isn't allowed to come in unless Chunk does a Fortnite dance.
The truffle shuffle.
No way did you just call the truffle shuffle a Fortnite dance?
Orange justice.
No way.
Yeah.
And apparently he just made that up on the spot as well, the truffle shuffle.
Did he?
Yeah, like the director just asked him to do something funny and he just came up with that. So something a kid would do, right?
Well, yeah, I heard that. Is it Jeff Cohen, the guy who plays Chunk?
Jeff Cohen, yeah.
He had like pretty much no acting experience before this. So this was
and he
like,
didn't really stick to it either, which is a shame because he's really good in this.
Yeah.
He's like a Hollywood like entertainment lawyer now.
He is.
Yeah.
But I feel like every scene with him in he just takes the show, in my opinion. It's a pretty funny character.
He's one of the few characters that has to work by himself, like away from the gang a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know? He's often separated. So when he is on screen, it is him doing the heavy lifting there, and he's very good at it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chunk's telling the story of them of the police chase, and they're all calling him a liar. And then the James Bond theme starts to play, and Data zip lines in. And Data's fucking dope. Do you guys know how to pronounce the actor's name?
K Hui Kwan. Sorry, my first time. K Hui Kwan.
I tried earlier and I was struggling. I do apologize. Yeah,
I fucking love him so much.
So recently he came back to acting in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and he was fantastic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my favorite Indiana Jones movie, as I said earlier, it was Temple of Doom. So like I watched this guy all the time as a kid. I wanted to be this kid, you know, like when you watch movies now and you're like, why have to put like a little kid role in? It's because this guy did it so good. Like
he's amazing.
He was the kid who wanted to hang out with Indiana Jones, and that was the guy I was able to put my feet into his shoes, you know, because I wanted to be that kid. Yeah, he's so dope. I think Data's my favorite of the gang here. Do you guys?
I was going to ask it. I think Data's mine as well.
I think mine actually is probably Mikey, to be fair.
Oh, main character, Mikey.
Yeah, I think it is.
He's very good. He is. He's really likable, and he's just got this like childhood like awe about the world about him. Sean Astin just plays that really well. So he ziplines in, and then Chunk breaks the penis off Mikey's mum's favorite statue, apparently. And the boys are all trying to hide it. I thought this was going to come back at some point, but it never does. It's just a funny thing that happens.
Yeah.
So, and then his mum comes in and they're all hiding the statue. And then his mum has brought Rosalita, who we saw earlier during the police chase. She almost got run over. And she's come to help them pack because Mikey's mum has broke her arm. But she doesn't speak any English. We also get subtitles of Chunk talking with his mouth full before we get subtitles for her. I thought that was funny. And then Mouth is all like, yo, I'll translate. I'm fluent in Spanish. And he's surprisingly very good at Spanish.
He is very good. It's like when you do Spanish for GCSEs and you only know like a few words, that's what I was expecting. But, you know, he's pretty fluent.
This guy knows. And he knows how to say the word sex dungeon in Espanol. Why would a kid know how to say this? But
the thing is, I think kids would know how to say stuff like that. The thing about this film, it shows like, it captures childhood in like a true light, I think. Because it is how kids would act.
When I moved to Tunisia, the first thing I learned were all the swear words. To be fair, yeah,
exactly.
Maybe not the word sex dungeon.
Why not, mate? Isn't that like the first thing you'd want to learn?
What do you mean by that, Zach? What do you mean by that?
Wait, hold up.
What do you mean by that?
What's going on?
Where am I?
What's going on?
What is this?
Mountain speaking Spanish.
Wait, where are we? So
Mouth is speaking Spanish, right?
Yeah.
He's saying a lot of questionable things to Rosalita.
So yeah, he's walking Rosalita around the house, and he's like, "This is where we keep the drugs. This is where we keep the cocaine. Up there's the sex dungeon, so you're not to go up there."
Heroin in the school.
And she's just believing it all as well. But she stays. She's freaked out though. Anyway, we learned that Mikey is super asthmatic, and so he's not really allowed to go outside right now because they don't want him to get ill before they have to move. We also learned that Mikey's dad was an assistant curator, like me. Connection to the film. That was my job. But for some reason, he has a bunch of the museum shit in his attic, which I was never allowed to take any of that stuff home. So
wait, I think we should mention as well why everyone's in such a like solemn mood and stuff, and why they want to go to the attic and find things is because their house, they're going to get kicked out of the house basically. And
that's true. Yeah. Did I?
So that's like, I don't think we mentioned that.
Is that established at this point that they're going to do that?
Yeah, because I think the brothers talk about it.
Yeah, they mentioned it.
Okay, yeah. So their house is going to get for sold, and all the kids in the neighborhood, they all are being forced to move because some rich guys want to build like a golf course there, don't they? They want to build like I don't know what you even call it, like a country club. That's what they want to build. Yeah. And the reason why the movie is called The Goonies is because the area that they're in, they call the Goondocks, and it was a real place. It is a real place. It still exists.
A full doc for Gooning.
We get a zoomer on Bex, and of course he picks the movie about Gooning, bro.
He planned this. He knew what he was doing.
It was either this or Scream. I prefer Gooning.
Screaming or Gooning, guys.
Screaming on Gooning.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, so they're all upset about that. So why do they go up into the attic then?
I think they just mentioned that there's a lot of cool stuff up in the attic that the dad has left behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just want to explore.
Yeah, Mikey wants them all out of the attic, but they're all just touching. They're doing what kids do. You just go in, and you just grab something and touch it, and then you break it. And Chunk he breaks a lot of shit. They know if they give something to Chunk, he's going to break it, right?
Yeah, I love how chaotic everyone is as well, like speaking over each other. You got Mouth trying to make jokes with the painting and like all this stuff. It's like proper realistic.
Is Mouth the one who's sticking his tongue through the mouth of the painting?
Yeah.
They are like a very realistic group of kids. Like there's not a lot of groups of kids.
They were actually played by kids in this film.
I didn't realize that. I thought Sean Astin was like 30 in this.
Cheers.
So Chunk actually says at this point that their group is called the Goonies and that they're rejects. And Mouth's like, I'm not a reject. What the hell, man? But yeah, I guess it's a hodgepodge, different assortment. They're all different from each other, but they're all get on together, which is really nice. I kind of feel like unless you were popular at school, like you kind of fell into these groups, you know?
Yeah.
I had like a big mix of people. People knew me, but I wasn't like a popular kid. I don't think. Maybe popular because I look different. But that's about it.
I was in quite a few different friend groups back in school.
I kind of jumped from friend group to friend group.
Yeah.
Bex, what about you, bro? What about you?
I had my own little group when I was coming through primary into secondary, and then because of our weird school system, there's 1 year in our school that is like an optional year of secondary school, and everybody I grew up with did that 1 year, and I just decided I didn't want to do it, so I fit into then a little bit of a less probably desirable group for my final 2 years of school. So I just kind of slotted in wherever I slotted in.
There's an optional year.
So in our secondary school, so there'd be 6 years, right? First, second, third. And then there's a TY year, which is a transitional year, which is basically they send you off doing a bunch of trips. And it's basically a DOS year, but it's just to stay with your own age group, really. And then fifth and sixth year. So the fourth year is an optional year. You don't have to do it.
Wait, fourth year of
So just in the middle of your secondary education, you can just decide to have a year pause.
Like in that fourth year, you still have to go into school. Like on that fourth year, they all still had to go into school. It's just so when they went into their fourth year, I went straight into my fifth year. I just didn't stay for that extra year. I just basically skipped a year.
What is the point of having the extra year? Because
they do a bunch of I suppose what would experience for work and different trips to show them how to do different jobs and like there is a purpose to it. It's just it's not necessary, that kind of way. It's very dumb. It's just very, very dumb.
That's wild.
Yeah. So during that year, I got left with the group that didn't do it, and then most of who didn't do it ended up being some stinky, smelly people.
Like yourself.
Like myself. But yeah, our school system's weird as hell.
That's interesting.
Weird. What the hell, man?
It means you get to leave school a year earlier as well.
Yeah, like all the
so
people
you left
I'd been
like
in
a year younger
school.
than everybody else.
Well, when I was finishing school, I would have been 18. And some of the people I would have been in my earlier years ended on 18 as well, because there's like a year or so in our
Do you
ages,
have like a sixth form system there?
No, different, completely different.
Wow.
Well, anytime English people tell me about their education system, it's I don't get that compared to ours. It's different.
We just go into secondary school, and then we are there until we're 16, and then you either get a job or get an apprenticeship or continue on into sixth form,
or college.
Which is or college. So I did both. I did.
Yeah, ours doesn't have the sixth form. You're in school until at least 18.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sixth form is technically staying in school until 18.
Yeah.
The college is where you're not really in a school. It's still like a school environment, but not.
I did a year of sixth form, and got enough UCAS points that I could jump into basically year 0 of my uni, but I did it with the college instead, the course that I wanted to go on. And college was just so much more freedom, and the tutors actually cared.
Yeah. I loved college.
Yeah, everybody was there because they wanted to be there, rather than sixth form where everybody was kind of all right, well, we'll just continue to do the same thing we're doing anyway, and people hated it, and it was just awful. That was my experience in sixth form.
College was the first time I was able to study film, because I didn't have that option back in secondary school. So when I could pick it in college, it made it so much more fun to actually be there.
You know what?
And my tutors were great.
We had we had a sixth form course called film studies, but I never picked it. I think if I ever go back and do my masters, I'd like to do something with film, because I did fine art, so I did still images rather than moving ones.
Our school had none of that shit. Your education system is so much better. Ours is basic as hell. You do your languages, you do your maths, your geography, your history, you do a little bit of business. And then if you want to do out of basic education, we had metalwork, woodwork, and IT. That was it. Our school was terrible.
What language did you do?
I did French. And Irish. We had to do Irish as well.
Oh, gosh.
And again, as somebody that moved over here from England young, being forced to learn Irish was difficult, because I was a year and a half behind everybody, and then it just didn't never make sense to me.
Did you gain the Irish accent, or did you already have it coming from, because did your family have it?
My mum and dad had always had it.
Okay.
And then when we came over, we had English accents, and then I think it didn't take us very long to
Just
gather
over
the
time,
Irish
you
accents. Yeah.
You just got it.
Like again, I was only 6 or 7 when we'd come over, so like I think it was within my first year being in school, I'd lost the English accent. It was gone.
That's
You know, when you moved over to Ireland, I was watching the Goonies for the first time. So I was like 7 when I first watched it, I think.
Wait, you didn't exist when Bex moved.
When I moved, I was 7. You weren't alive yet.
Oh, wait. Now was, mate.
No. Why? You said you were 19, right?
Possibly.
Yeah. I'm 28. You weren't even adult yet.
Nah, mate, when you were 7, I was watching the Goonies, mate.
You watched the Goonies.
Oh, help me.
It's very early, guys. Should we mention? It's 20 past 12.
My brain does not function this well this early. All I've eaten is a banana, mate.
The potassium hasn't kicked in yet. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, does anybody even remember where the fuck we are? What's happening?
They're going into the attic. Yeah, we're going into the attic.
They're all exploring the different items around the attic.
Oh, we find out that Mikey like stumbles on his words a lot here, you know? Or maybe we found that out earlier, but that's when I picked up on it at this point. He's constantly mixing words up, which...
Brandon is always contradicting Mikey. You know?
That too. That's true.
Who's Brand?
That's like very...
Oh, Brand.
John's character, yeah. That's very Big Brother kind of shit to do, though. Like, even when Mikey's in his flow, to be just like, well, actually...
No, I found it funny, though, because he was meant to say the word correcting instead of contradicting.
Earlier, doesn't he say fellatio at some point?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Instead of saying deluded, he says dictate or something like that.
Or fellate, and then he says dictate, and then he says deluded. I was like, it's a little bit of a stretch there, but it gets more natural sounding further on.
Booty traps.
They find like an old map, and do you know what this feels like? It does feel like the beginning of a horror movie. It feels a bit like, you know, in Cabin in the Woods when they go into the basement and they're seeing all the different items, and one of them's going to curse them. You know, it feels
Evil Dead finding a Necronomicon.
It feels like Evil Dead. Yeah, there's lots of horror elements in there. The Omen was before this, right?
Oh yeah.
The Omen was like his first big movie that like pushed him into Hollywood. I'm pretty sure he just did TV stuff before.
Could be considered into like a kids horror movie. It's like an action horror type of
action
vibe
adventure
to it.
with like a few horror elements, a few scary elements. Yeah. I think Zach earlier when you said it's like Kid Indiana Jones, I think that's more apt. That's more what it is.
Yeah,
Indiana Jones has some spooky bits in it too.
It does, especially the Temple of Doom. A guy gets his heart ripped out.
Yeah,
it's pretty null.
Indiana Jones. I have a love-hate relationship with the Indiana Jones movies in general.
I love the first 3, and then the second 2, no good. No, thank you. And the fourth one's set in Peru as well. I should love it. It's with aliens. I fucking love aliens.
Wait, there's aliens.
There's aliens. Yeah, there's aliens in the fourth one.
And Shia LaBeouf.
He's
right? Isn't he in that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's he called? Spud or something? That's his...
I think so, something like that. He was cool back then, right? That was like peak Transformers time, was it not?
That was peak Transformers.
Transformers.
No, the peak Shia LaBeouf is Holes, and we all know it. So don't even look.
Holes is such a good movie.
Holes slaps.
That's also one of my favorite childhood movies.
We're gonna get you on over time, Zach, and you're gonna show us all your favorite childhood movies. You're gonna show the Goonies, Holes, Ready Player One. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times have we brought up Ready Player One on the
I
podcast?
hate it.
It comes up like every maybe 2
You're the
or
one
3
that keeps
episodes.
doing it.
I hate it.
Because I can nearly hear Seb's blood boiling on the mic every time I mention it. You can
It's
nearly
no
hear
good.
it.
It's no good. You know what though? If I was the right age, I probably would have loved it. We're like, ooh, look, there's Master Chief. You know. Oh, there's the Iron
you
Giant.
like all that shit. You
When
like
Beck
the
was
stuff that's in there.
dead, we liked it.
I okay, so what's in there is like just the most two-dimensional pictures of the stuff that I like, you know? You can't just slap a picture of Master Chief on the screen and expect me to like it. Halo the TV series by Paramount.
Let's
At
not
least
go
keep
there,
his
man.
fucking helmet on. God damn, I'm raging.
I love winding up Seb.
I'm raging. So
I know where his trigger points are now. Bring up Halo, bring up Acolyte, bring up Ready Player One. That's it.
hey, the Acolyte's dead. I don't even have to worry about that anymore. They killed that shit. It's great. Andor Season 2, cannot wait. Let's go, baby. So, yeah, they found a pirate map, and it's the map of One-Eyed Willie. And they're like, yo, there's a pirate map to One-Eyed Willie's lost treasure. If we had that, we could give it to our parents and we wouldn't have to move. And then they get like a knock on the door, and these 2 old guys come to give their dad documents. And I love how they're like, hey, is your dad home? Is your mum home? And Brand is just like, nah, she's out getting us all diapers, you know?
Very funny.
Also,
Also, you've got to mention Chester Copperbomb.
Who's Chester
He
Copperbomb?
comes up later on. They find an article about a missing guy that went to look for the treasure, and he never came back. And his name was Chester Copperbomb.
He is, yeah. He was an expert in this.
He apparently had the key to One-Eyed Willie.
He had the key to One-Eyed Willie. By the way, Zach, you're on this for the first time. You ever? I'm ever rambling or one of us is talking. Just fucking jump right in, bro. Just
Aye, bro.
push yourself right in. Shout over me. You know.
I will do, mate. I will do.
Tell Seb to shut the fuck up. We always edit that part out.
Yeah.
We edit all the shut the fuck up said parts out. Yeah.
No, but in the attic as well, you finally see Mikey's obsession with Willie. Yeah. Always talking about him.
You're in the attic right now, aren't you, Zach? You're in an attic.
I am. So are you, mate.
I'm in an attic. Bex, where are you?
No, I'm in my living room.
But you're still obsessed with Willie. You know, though, when you are a kid, like you hear like a story about somebody, like, oh yeah, that's One-Eyed Willie. That's so cool. You know, it's
Yeah.
The worst thing is my dad's name is William, and every like kid that does be around our house calls my dad Willie as well.
Willie. Does he introduce himself as Willie?
No.
I would go by Bill.
I think my mum does.
I would definitely go by Bill or Billy. You know.
I don't think he's the Bill type of guy. Trust me, if you knew my dad, I don't think he's.
I know your dad.
You know my dad?
I am your dad.
Am I? Oh my god! The reveal on the podcast.
I remember Bex when you moved to Ireland. Your dad was watching the Goonies,
and he was like minus 2 years old as well.
No, but Mikey has a soft spot for One-Eyed Willie because of all the stories his dad would tell him.
Ah, yeah, his dad would tell him about One-Eyed Willie all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, good, let me tell you about my One-Eyed Willie. My One-Eyed Willie stories.
It's such a good name for the pirate. I'm giggling at it now. It's so dumb.
So the
let's move on from the Willie.
This is where I wrote that the Goondocks are getting bought up, you know, because those old guys came to give their parents the documents that they need to sign their houses away, you know. It's
kind of it's kind of drip fed to us information because there's 3 different conversations. There's one earlier between Brand and Mikey, then the 2 guys show up, and then here in the attic as well is where they mention more. So there's like 3 separate little pieces that tell us the whole reason of what's happening.
Yeah, it's very natural actually. It's the way they drop that exposition there. So yeah, they want to get One-Eyed Willie's treasure, and I honestly did not think I'd be giggling so much every time we mentioned One-Eyed Willie. And
It's so immature, guys. Come on.
they're not allowed to leave, are they? They're not allowed to leave. So they tie Brand up.
Yeah.
Because he was in charge, and then they bounce and they get on their bikes and they zoom off, right?
Brand drops one of my favorite lines in the whole movie here. I'm going to hit you so hard when you wake up, your clothes are going to be out of style. It's so good.
That's a good line. I thought it was quite mean of Mikey to take out the air of Brandon's tires, you know?
True. Kind of messed up his bike.
Yeah.
Mikey didn't do it though.
It
was somebody else did it, right? And Mikey's like, yo, my brother really saved up for that bike for ages.
Oh, yeah. It could have been Mouth.
Yeah, it's probably Mouth. Fucking Mouth.
Goddamn Mouth.
And then... what a fucking one-eyed Willie that guy is, you know? So... and then Brand, like, he Grand Theft Autos like a little girl. He like throws her off her bike and he jumps on. And now he's on this like little pink bike. And
well, one thing I love quickly before he goes onto the bike is when his mom comes back with Rosalita and they just don't help him get out of the situation.
Oh, they think that he's just done it to himself.
Yeah, why don't you exercise like a normal kid?
Yeah. Just called him weird. Dude is jacked.
Yeah, he is.
Dude's pretty swole. That's why.
Josh Brolin's a handsome dude.
He was very handsome, and he still is very handsome. Yeah. So his mum sends Josh Brolin to go after them. He sends Cable after them.
Yeah, he does. Sends Bane after him.
You like Deadpool, don't you, Bex? You're a big.
I love Cable as well.
I love Cable. After watching X-Men, the animated series, like, oh, Cable's so cool.
I think he's a really cool character in general. He's awesome.
So we also find out that Mikey's mum stumbles her words as well. So that's where he gets it from. And I wrote that they live in such a cool place. It's like right by the coast. It looks really nice.
It's filmed in a real place in Oregon. And what?
all y'all Americans out there, please let us know how to pronounce Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon. Oregon?
No, but it's a real nice place.
It's cool. Yeah. I lived in like right next to the area. Eventually, all got like turned into a housing estate. But when I moved there, I was one of the first houses that was made. So it was all like trees and like woody areas, and it was really cool to go exploring in.
Yeah.
And I remember like the older kids would have tree houses, and it was just awesome. So that reminded me of that a lot. And I've wrote here that 80s bullies are psychos, because we get like a jock is driving his car. He's got the two lasses in the back. Troy, that's his name. Yeah.
What an American bully name, Troy.
Troy could have been called Chad.
Yeah.
So he's got Andy and Steph in his car, right? And he's moving the mirror so he can like look, he can upskirt them and stuff. Like he's being a real perv. I didn't write down Troy's name. Who played him?
The actor of
Steve
Troy.
Antin.
Yeah.
Whoa, he looks like such a nerd now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a fucking nerd. No, he's probably a nice guy.
Whoa, he looks like such a fucking nerd now.
He's a jock. Yeah, and anyway, so they're driving by, and he grabs Josh Brolin. He grabs him, and then just goes really fast in his car. Josh Brolin's on his tiny little like pink bike, and the stabilizers go off the bike, and then he fucking fires him off a cliff.
Pretty much tries to kill him, all out of jealousy because Andy showed a bit of affection to Brand.
Yeah,
like
he straight up murdered Brand, and we never see him again. That's like, so the kids go off on their adventure, and Brand is just like lost.
The Legacy sequel where he comes back as a zombie is going to be so interesting.
We'll talk about sequels later on when we towards the end of it, when we get to the end, because there's been rumors.
I think I picked the right time for this movie.
Possibly. Because some actors are like, hey, yo, this would be great. All right, we can just talk about it now. The Goonies, what was the title that they wanted to call it? Goonies Never Die or something, right?
Never Say Die.
Never Say Die. Sean Astin has been like tweeting about it. Or Goonies are good enough or whatever. They're like being like, come on, let's make another one.
Is it the three like Corey Feldman, Jeff Cohen, and Sean Astin have both all said like that they're good to come back?
Corey Feldman, Corey Feldman and Martha Plimpton. She was the she was Steph.
And
they both said that it's not happening. But the other guys have said that it is. But I think they.
I'd be very surprised to see it, to be honest.
I don't think it needs it. I really don't think it needs it, in my opinion.
Same as Ferris Bueller. You could leave some movies alone, you know.
You can.
The 80s was actually great because there were a lot of original ideas for movies. But since then, we've not had any, you know? Everything's just a remake of the cool stuff that we had in the 80s. There were a lot of like rebooted stuff and remakes in the 80s, to be fair. But, you know, we had like the Gooners, we had the Terminators, you know, we had the Alamo as well. You know, it's all the good stuff. The Rockies, yeah. Now we're like Rocky 10.
Bangers. We've gotten so far into Rocky, there's even spin-offs now.
You know, now we're going back to Rockies, though, apparently.
God, please stop, Stallone. Stop. Please.
We had 3 Creed movies, now we're going back to Rocky. How many times has he retired in those films?
There's always one other guy to piss him off. 70-year-old Rocky's going to be fighting like 60-year-old Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
I think he's older than that.
Stallone older?
Sylvester Stallone. Let's have a deeks. Let's have a look. He's 78.
Oh, he's closing in on that 80. Man, just stop doing fucking Rocky movies. Stop doing movies in general.
He's closing in on it.
Become the old dad in comedy movies or something.
My parents watched this show called The Tulsa King that he stars in, and apparently he's real good at it. So
I'd say, Stallone, you do you, man. You do what you want to do. Don't let Bex tell you otherwise.
Zach, have you watched the Expendable movies?
No.
You should go watch the Expendable movies and then bring this conversation back up with
me. Yeah, that's some pretty shit movies. He was great in Creed, though. He's
good in Creed, but then he's outshone now by Michael B. Jordan because Michael B. Jordan's just that guy.
He wanted the rights to Rocky and Creed, but the writer wouldn't give it to him. So
yeah, complicated shit.
It's complicated. He was the writer, but he sold. Yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about Rocky. Maybe one day. I would love to because I love those movies.
I love
first one's pretty sus though. First one's pretty sus. Anyway, we got a. So yeah, Brand dies, and then Mikey picked up a doubloon when he found the map, and a doubloon is a doohickey, and a doohickey is the thing that you stand on a point and you look through it and you line up a landscape. It's basically the thing that Rey in The Rise of Skywalker does with the Death Star. We all know that and love that movie, don't we? And
everybody who listens to this knows Star Wars. And if you don't, go watch Star Wars.
You remember when Rey found the doubloon? It made no sense. The fucking Death Star exploded. Is the bird okay?
Yeah, he flew off. But did you guys hear that?
No. I was about to Star Wars rant, and then nature literally stopped me there.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good sign. Let's get away from the sequels. We don't need to go
talking about bad sequels of cool 80s movies.
Yeah.
So this is the worst looking scene in the entire film. When they,
you can tell it's a green screen or something.
Yeah, they green screen the kids like on the background because they want to have dual focus or something.
That's
like
the only shot I think in this film that looks bad. I think every other shot in this film looks great.
Is this the one with the Tom and the doubloon up against the camera and then the kids? Yeah.
The rest of it looks pretty good. I mean, there's some shots that look worse than others. There's a lot of the darker shots I don't think are very good, but this is the worst shot. And then they see like an old restaurant, and they see a couple guys walking up to the old restaurant, and then they hear some gunshots, and they're like, "Nah, that ain't gunshots. This is America. It could be anything."
Some pots dropping on the floor. You know what it is.
That's what they say. It's pots dropping on the floor. But yeah, it turns out that the criminals from the beginning, they've been using this old abandoned restaurant as I think a drug lab. Is that what they're doing? Or did I just make that up? Because he's like doing some chemistry or doing some cooking, but he's not actually cooking, is he? The big guy.
What? Every time I've watched this movie, I've never like realized why they're criminals. To be honest, other than they escaped to jail, but like,
and the guy in the freezer.
They're murderers.
There is a guy in the freezer,
and they're counterfeiters.
Yeah. There's quite a lot there to stick them as being criminals.
Maybe they are criminals then.
Maybe
I'd like to look.
Maybe they are criminals, yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe they've just walked into a really bad situation for themselves and they're trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Exactly.
Just like the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, they enter this restaurant while Chunk goes and looks at the car that was in the police chase earlier. Sees the bullet holes, freaks out.
Yeah, Chunk, he puts everything together straight away. He realizes what's happened. But the boys still didn't believe him that a police chase even happened, so they don't give a shit, right? But they go into the restaurant and they get caught by the criminals, and the criminals have to act as if it actually is a restaurant. So they ask the boys what they want, and they just say water. And the criminal's mother, the mother boss criminal, she goes and gets them water, and Mouth says, "This is supposed to be water." And the mother says, "It's wet, ain't it?"
I love how he starts ordering things.
He's great. He does run his mouth, you know?
He does.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of friends who didn't know when to shut up, you know? Maybe I was the friend who didn't know when to shut up.
I think I was one of them back in the day. I got myself into quite a bit of trouble.
I think I knew when I needed to stop. But now I talk for a living and I never stop. Beck said earlier, we edit out all the shut up Seb parts, so...
Yeah, we had a 15-minute rant where we were telling Seb to just quiet down a little bit. But we edited that out. You guys don't ever get to know that.
You think these podcasts are long normally?
You want the Snyder Cut version of these podcasts?
Oh, I can't wait till we cover a Snyder movie.
See, look, Zach, right. Okay, this is going to get cut out. So in the middle of this, guys, you're going to hear it cut. Zach, I swear to fuck it.
Whoa, Bex, you can't say that.
Luckily, we cut it out. The Zack Snyder argument is going to be fantastic when we get there.
You already said it's going to be an argument.
It is, because I don't like him. I don't like him at all. But, you know, that's for another episode. Maybe we'll have Zach on to protect us.
Yeah, but you might get pissed off at me as well, because I'm also with Seb. I do like the Flash movie.
I'm handing in my resignation. You're not going to hear me for the rest of the episode.
Make the Flash.
No, he didn't, but he just decided to tell me he likes the Flash anyway.
That's the guy who did it.
Yeah.
Yo, oops.
Oh, help me.
That's so good.
It's okay.
Fuck Ezra Miller. I like the movie.
Yeah, fuck Ezra Miller.
All right, what were we talking about? This
restaurant.
They get the water in the restaurant, and it's just brown water.
It's minging.
It is.
Water, yeah. You guys, I was going to ask about tap water. It doesn't matter.
You guys, no.
So Mikey's like, yo, I need to go to the bathroom. And the mum's like, all right, but stick to the left. Don't go to the right. Don't you dare go to the right. But he doesn't need to pee.
No, stick to the right, isn't it?
Stick to the right. Don't go to the left.
The right.
And he's like, actually, I don't need the bathroom. I'm going looking for One-Eyed Willie, baby.
I like how he takes the leadership role as well. Like this is where you see him proper take the leadership role.
Mm.
Shows
Yeah,
his
it's Mikey's first
ambition.
like step forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty brave though, as well. Actually, in this
It is.
situation. Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
We hear a guy like screaming, and we kind of get like a silhouette, and we see like there's a guy chained up downstairs, just making noises. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mikey, there's like food that had been left on the floor for the guy, and Mikey pushes it over and then runs away.
So we don't know who this character is yet, do we?
No,
that's our first time.
No, we don't actually see him for a while in the film, and then we see him a lot once we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brand then grabs him because he's teleported into the restaurant because he's Cable, as we know, and then they all get shooed out. And I was like, oh, well, that solved itself pretty easily, didn't it? That's pretty cool.
End of movie.
Yeah.
Wait, so Brand wasn't a zombie at this point?
Oh, it's time travel, dude. So.
Oh yeah. Cable time travel.
I'm surprised he wasn't injured at all as well from like falling off a cliff.
Well, this is him from the past, you see.
Oh right, yeah.
Present Brand is dead. This is past. He's went back to the future.
But how would past Brand know to go to this place? Shouldn't it be future Brand?
Have you not seen Back to the Future?
I've seen Back to the Future.
Because this past Brand had been told by a different universe future Brand that this was going to happen because Mikey would die if he didn't get there to save him at this exact point.
Right, okay. No, that makes a lot of sense.
We have a guest on next week who's never seen Back to the Future.
Huh?
Right? It's never seen E.T. either. It's nuts.
Zach, have you seen Back to the Future?
Oh yeah, I love Back to the Future. All of
E.T.
them.
as well?
I've seen E.T.
I have so many questions for next week's guest.
Okay. You asked this week's guest 2 questions. Have you seen Back to the Future? Have you seen E.T.?
Do you like The Flash?
You just volunteered that information, Zach. And you threw me under the bus with you as well. You're like...
It's what I do, man.
So the criminals then they drive away from the restaurant with like some bodies in bags. They throw them in the boot, and all of a sudden the 2 girls are there as well. What were the girls doing? Were they specifically looking for Brand?
Yeah, probably. They probably left for his car because he's such a cunt. Can I say that?
Yeah,
you could.
Yeah. Okay. Last week I had to explain what a DOS cunt meant.
Right, cool.
From the Trainspotting episode.
I'm used to the Twitch rules.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, they probably just left the car looking for Brand. So they found him
for his body.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody who's never seen this movie before is going to actually think that Brand is dead.
He is. What are you talking about, Max?
Yeah. Sorry. Didn't want to spoil the sequel.
Yeah. And then they all break back into the restaurant. There must have been a better way of doing this.
Wait, why do they do that? By the way, does Mikey convince them?
Mikey has some big speech about needing to find this treasure, right?
Yeah.
That they want to find it and he believes that it's here, that it only makes sense that it could be here.
Mikey is good at his speeches, that is for sure.
The restaurant is on the edge of the cliff. Sure, and they're thinking that like they need to go down. Surely you would just go down to the beach.
True.
No, yeah.
Is this restaurant on the cliff just on the beach, or is it just on the cliff though? Like, is there anything actually under it?
Well, they go underneath it, right? And then they come out on the beach later on.
You see the beach at the end of the film.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
But there is a much easier way to get down to the caves, which I'll talk about later as well.
Okay. All right, so they go into the restaurant, and then they all go down to find the It, which is what they're calling the character who's in chains right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they fall into a hidden room. Chunk is knocking shit all over the place, and he knocks a water jug on the floor, but then the water falls through like the floorboards and they find a secret hatch in the floor in the secret room.
So many secrets, man.
There's a lot going on. And Data finds like a machine that he switches on and it starts printing money, and they think, oh shit, we found all this money, we can save the town, right? But it's a counterfeit machine, right? And then they find a newspaper that says that the criminals are called the Fratellis and they're baddies, right?
Yeah.
And then Chunk opens the freezer because he's looking for ice cream, and he finds what he describes as a stiff. It's a stiff. It's a dead guy. And then the criminals come back. And really, I was just like, there's so much back and forth going on when it all could have just, surely there could have been a way that this could have just happened the first time they went into the restaurant.
Because how would have they got down there without the criminals being like seeing them get down there, you know?
Yeah, I don't have a way to do it right now. I think there could have been a way.
Yeah.
That's a big group of people to sneak downstairs while the Fratellis are still inside the building.
I suppose so. It's just anyway, it's good. They've already met the Fratellis, so they know how scary they are, and now they're cluing everything together.
Yeah.
And we also find out that the chained up guy is the criminal's brother, and they when the Fratellis come, because they hear like the kids knocking shit over, they go down the stairs. Chunk is left by himself in the freezer with the stiff, and the rest of them all go down the hall, which is under the fireplace, and they think that maybe their brother got out of his chains and knocked the bottle of water over or something. They send Chunk to go out the window to get the police. So he's off on his own adventure now. And then Steph's glasses get broken. And
silly Steph.
So they're down in like a tunnel now. And here is when I noticed something. So Data is like, don't worry, I've got bully blinders. And he switches like some lights on, like part of his gadgets. And they just run out of battery. But you realize that all of Data's inventions are to deal with bullies.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, actually.
Yeah.
He's got to make all these inventions because he's getting bullied so hard. That's really rough. And then, Chunk actually gets a car to pull over and he asks for help. But it's the big Fratelli guy. It's the one who loves singing.
Yeah. There's one scene here they mess up, right? Where his name's Jake, the guy who sings. He's singing, but in the mirror you can see he's just smoking, but you can still hear him singing at the same time.
Damn, I didn't even notice that.
Up.
Whoa, nice one.
That's crazy. Also, why is he constantly singing? It's like every time we see him until later on, he's just like busting out.
Because he's Italian.
Dude, Italian people just bust out in songs?
If you're Italian in an 80s movie, you got to be singing, dude. That's the rule.
That's fair. That's the rules. Yeah, that's fair.
You got to go into the stereotypes. It's the 80s we're talking here.
Yeah, that's true.
The Mario movie should have been a musical.
The what?
The Mario movie should have been a musical.
Wait, the old one or the new one?
The new one.
The old one is perfect. I don't care what anybody says. It's great. I know it was a nightmare to film and make, but it's so good.
It's just such a thing of its time. Like, the fact that it came out the way it is like, yeah, that just makes sense.
It's directed by two guys who just directed like commercials before as well. They're just like, yeah, we could do it. This husband-wife couple. Anyway, okay, we'll get to that another time, guys. The Mario movie. It's a good film. We all love it.
Right.
Yes.
It gets a 5 out of 5 on the We Know Kino letterboxd, you'll see. So what happens here then? Oh, the kids are like, they're underground and they find a bunch of pipes, and Mouth is like, his dad works as a pipe man, right? He's a
plumber.
He's a
pipe man. Literally after talking about Mario as well.
Mario the pipe man, yeah? And they're like, hey, we start pulling these pipes and that'll... Why do they start pulling the pipes?
To try and get people above to realize.
Yeah, it says we can get their attention if we start messing around. Which they kind of do get their attention, but they don't really do anything about it.
Yeah. And we're a lot of cutting back and forth here. So Chunk is with the criminals, and the criminals like, yo, tell us everything. And then Chunk just straight up tells them his entire life story, and they just listen.
Yeah.
And they fall in love with Chunk.
Yeah.
The whole monologue from him is just great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
The kid is such a good actor. Why did he stop?
And then we well, to be fair, probably for good reasons. We cut to the bully from earlier. What's his name again? Troy. And he gets an enema because
Wait, I didn't even realize that was Troy on the toilet.
That's Troy on the that is him, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah, it is. Yeah.
He shouts Andy, doesn't he?
No, he calls out for his dad. Calls out
right.
for his dad because his dad is also the big rich guy that's trying to buy out the whole place for
that's
country
his
club.
dad.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he's such a dick. I see. So yeah, he's sitting on the toilet, and when the kids pull the pipes, like his ass explodes. It's crazy. He has an ass explosion. So he's dead. All right. So 2 deaths so far.
Yeah. What about the guy in the freezer? He's dead as well.
That's true.
The kids find another dead body actually while they're down there too, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 dead guys.
Copper bottom.
That's the last guy who went looking for the treasure. Yeah, what's his name again?
Yeah, Chester. Is it Cobblepot?
Cobblepot. I keep saying it wrong, don't I?
Cobblepot? Yeah. Anyway, and then they find a bunch of candles, but the candles have the words dynamite written on them, but the kids just don't realize it, and they actually use them as...
No,
do they have candles as well as dynamite?
Yeah, I think only one of them had dynamite written on it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Data's
That's
all
just
like,
the brand,
hey,
that's
I'm going to
all.
set some booby traps in case anybody follows us. So he sets like a bunch of firecrackers on the floor.
Yeah.
And then Mikey sets off a trap wire and a rock starts falling. Oh yeah, these giant rocks start falling from the roof. So we have an Indiana Jones moment where you got to run through the cave before you get crushed.
Mikey quickly goes back to grab the lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. Very indie.
Yeah, it is.
Then Brand moves a rock and they get attacked by bats.
Hey, this is one quote from Steph here that really annoys me, where she's like, I think God put that rock there for a purpose. I don't think you should move it. That line makes me cringe so hard.
Yeah.
It makes me cringe so hard.
What's cringy about it? Is it the way it's like said?
Yeah, the way she says it and the way she says a line later on. Like, I don't like her character.
You don't like Steph?
I don't like Steph.
Yeah, well, she's like saying the Goonies 2 ain't happening.
Yeah, well, Steph, we don't want you there anyway, so.
Zach speaks for all Goonies fans.
All the Gooners.
All the Gooners out here, yeah. So, yeah, they get attacked by bats. The bats burst out the tunnel just as Chunk was about to get his hand pureed. They were about to fucking blend Chunk's hand, these criminals. And
even after he told them the amazing story as well.
Yeah. So the bats save him, and then he actually grew up to become Bat Wayne. So the criminals know that there's a tunnel.
The bloom off Chunk here.
Ah, they do steal the doubloon. Is a doubloon even a real word?
I just remember it from that meme where everybody was like, "You have earned 20 doubloons." That's it. I don't know what it actually is.
No, but I love how they take off Chunk's ice cream as well. Just snatch.
Yeah, they don't let him have it. Yeah. And the way he just like gets upset about it. He's so good.
He's left with the spoon, and he's like, "Okay, that's all right." Then he gets a spoon taken with him.
Okay, so talking about, I just googled what a doubloon is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Zach, this is what a doubloon is.
What?
A doubloon is a fictional currency and an internet trend on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok doubloons.
But TikTok wasn't around back then, so.
Or was it?
Time travel.
Brand brought TikTok.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
This has to be the most modern feeling recording ever.
I'm
Talking about an 80s movie.
It's you guys, it's not me.
It actually is as well. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Zach did open up the podcast recording today with talking about Gooners.
And Josh Broccoli.
Josh Broccoli. and I don't know. What did you say? The gay guy from Lord of the Rings?
It's a gay Frodo.
Gay Frodo. Oh. Lots of guy love in those movies. It's lovely. It's lovely to see. Where are we at now? The criminal. All right, the criminals find the tunnel, and the gang finds a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're an hour through the movie. We're zooming through this.
This felt very fast watching. Like, it's like 2 hours long, isn't it? And it's like, I remember pausing up at one point, and I was about 53 minutes. It was like, I've only started. Like, I've literally been sat. Like, I just put it on.
It does move very quickly, which I like about it. They find the waterfall, but it turns out it's not a waterfall. It's just a well.
And not only is it a well, but it's a wishing well.
Yeah.
Because they think they found the treasure, but it's actually a bunch of coins that people have thrown into the wishing well. Then Troy the bully, he's at the top of the well, chilling with his mates. Yeah. And they ask him to bring the bucket down, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to save Andy, right? And he actually wishes that he could get Andy, but the coin gets thrown back up at him.
I find that so funny. I find it funny that it was Brandon that flicked it back up as well.
Yeah. Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Chunk is tied up in the room, and he's chained up with the brother. We've still not seen the brother until right now. We get our first look at him. He turns around, and we see Sloth for the first time.
I like how Chunk tries to introduce himself to Sloth really nicely.
Yeah.
Like, hi, I'm Chunk, and then when he turns over, he just like freezes.
He's a very beautiful character, Sloth is. I'm
just Googling. What's the famous line that Sloth says?
Hey, you guys.
That's all right. So that's the first line that Chunk says when he's talking to the guys, when he's asking if they're gonna come out. So they.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he goes, "Hey, you guys." So they were meant to be, basically. They're soulmates, these two.
They fall in love pretty quick.
Yeah. Mikey does a speech that they're not leaving the well and they're going to continue to hunt for the treasure.
It's a great speech, by the way. Like,
have you wrote it down? Would you like to recite it to us?
Not written down, but I know it's about how up there it's the adults' time, but down here it's our time.
I get you.
He's definitely worked on his monologues. Maybe when the group are being bullied, he's usually the one to pick them back up out of it as well.
Well, he struggles with just talking in general. So the fact that he can do this, that's pretty cool. A bit of character development.
Isn't it here where they say for the first time as well that they never say die? Goonies never say die. It's in this monologue, I think he says it.
Says it to Andy.
Okay. Then what's occur? Oh yeah, so Chunk he throws a chocolate bar at Sloth, and Sloth gets
baby root. I have to say the name of it because Callum put the effort in. I have to make sure I respect his effort.
A baby Ruth.
Baby root bar. Yeah,
I've never had one of those before.
I think they're very American. I think even Callum had a hard time getting one.
Yeah, tell us what they taste like, guys. So yeah, they throw
Callum,
that down.
let me know after this. Because I know he ate it afterwards.
You didn't have any?
No.
You couldn't fit it through
It was
mask.
his costume. Yeah, no, it was his costume. I couldn't take it. I feel like I was robbing from Slot myself. I would have felt bad.
Who's the guy in the middle?
Oh, that's our friend Aaron. He didn't have a costume, and he ended up looking like Jeffrey Dahmer. So we stuck with that.
Okay.
Yeah. He just kind of stuck some stuff together and didn't have an idea. And we're like, yeah, that's who you're going to be now for the rest of the night.
Very PC, Bex. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, hey, 2017. Times to pull that.
Hey, you weren't doing it. You were a killer clown.
Exactly. Yeah. It was totally fine.
So yeah, he throws the chocolate bar. He tries to give it to Sloth, but he drops it on the floor, and then Sloth gets so excited that he breaks out of his chains to get it.
It whacks him on the head. So when he gets angry, I think Chunk is scared at first because he thinks he's gonna like kill him, but it turns out he just wants the chocolate bar.
Yeah, he just wants the chocolate bar. And then they share the chocolate bar actually, so that's nice.
They feed each other
too. Yeah.
My next note is when we cut back to the group is holy shit, Data almost fucking dies.
Oh yeah.
They activate a trap and Data falls down like a pit. And at the bottom of the pit are a bunch of spikes. And the only reason Data survives is because of his gadgets.
Now that is a very impressive invention if it can hold his weight. Like that looks like the skinniest little wire ever.
Yeah.
The pinches of power.
The chopping jaws, that looks like it's just complete plastic. That would have just broke away. Yeah. But hey, he's a genius. Data's a genius.
He obviously loves James Bond, you know, he's got all these cool gadgets and stuff. Yeah, so Chunk and Sloth then they're gonna go into the tunnel. They're going after their mates. Oh, this is because Chunk tries to call the police and they don't believe him.
The police.
Police. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just basically like, yeah, how many times have you called us about random shit that's not real, so we're not going to believe you.
Those police would be in so much trouble if these kids did eat shit, if they did.
100%. Yeah.
Well, I think they did end up believing him when the phone cut off, because obviously at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's true, because it is. The phone kind of abruptly cuts off.
Maybe
and then
Mikey's mum like calls the police like, hey, my kids are missing, and they're like, oh, we had a phone call. Okay. Yeah.
I've been already dead by now. They were trapped in the Fratelli's basement.
They're in the Fratelli's basement. If the Fratellis haven't killed them, all these baby traps should have. Oh yeah, and Brand got killed by Troy.
There's a lot of dead kids in this movie.
And Troy got his ass blown up.
Troy did get ass exploded, yeah.
And in the director's cut, Chung's hand actually did get blended. It's kind of crazy.
That's it. Don't even get me started on the Snyder cut though. Like all the sex and the wheat cutting scenes, you know, it's amazing.
Lots of slow motion as well.
It's all
Snyder cut.
The whole film is like 5 hours long.
It's in
There's a 2-hour monologue from Chunk about what Slot meant to him. And halfway through it goes into slow motion.
When Chunk is telling his backstory to the Fratellis, we see it.
Oh yeah, it's slow motion flashbacks.
Yeah. They had a bunch of characters that weren't in it originally.
The giant.
Have you guys seen Rebel Moon?
No, I have no intentions of seeing Rebel Moon unless it's on here.
It's a terrible film.
What?
I know. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's really, really bad. And I, out of curiosity, watched the Snyder Cut version of it.
Why did you do that to yourself?
It's slightly better, but still really bad. So there you go.
That's how I described the Justice League as well.
Oh, really? What? I love the Justice League Snyder Cut.
The original one is terrible. The Zack Snyder one is decent.
I think it's great. I think it's.
He patched together a bad movie with better parts. That's about it. You can't really fix a bad movie with better parts.
Nah, Snyder can.
You can,
but he didn't though. Unfortunately, he just didn't.
For me, he did, because I loved it, and I hated the Joss Whedon.
Kills in Zack Snyder's universe, so that doesn't mean anything. The one rule.
Yeah, but Bex, how cool would it be if Batman killed like a bunch of?
It wouldn't. It would literally break his whole character.
I feel like Zack Snyder literally is just like, yeah, but how cool would it be? And everybody's like,
no.
And he's like, yeah, we're doing
it. I'm sure you're a nice guy, Zach. I know you listen. Not this Zach, the one that's with us. Zack Snyder. I know you listen to these. I'm sure you're pretty cool.
Well,
He seems like a
isn't that
very
why
nice
a lot of
guy.
people didn't like the Man of Steel movies because Superman ended up killing at the end.
That's true. Man of Steel is decent. I don't entirely hate it. I actually think it's all right.
Man of Steel slaps.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool movie. Henry Cavill was unfortunately wasted though.
He was. I really like Batman vs Superman as well. You know,
Henry Cavill plays Wolverine now.
I take it.
He is Wolverine now. You're right.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where are we?
Goonies. Remember the Gooners, the Gooners?
What's happening?
Where are we?
I think everybody's brain turned off because Zack Snyder did. He EMP'd us.
Apex. Zack Snyder is a goat.
Yeah, he is
made
a goat,
the Watchmen.
Physical
Bex,
goat.
come on.
Oh, the Watchmen's so good.
Watchmen slaps.
It's decent.
What?
I just don't like his direction. I don't like it.
He did 300.
300 is really cool.
You know what?
Yeah, I can't fault it.
Zack Snyder can make Long Legs a watchable movie if he tried.
Oh, we're only saying things to be mean now? Is that what's happening? Oh, I didn't realize I hurt you, Zach. I didn't realize I'd hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
He's saying things to me mean now. I'm going to use that on stream. Next time somebody comes in telling me to kill myself, I'm like, oh, we saying things to be mean now? I didn't realize I hurt you so much.
It's okay. Hey, look, if we all like the same shit, bored as hell, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I think one of the most interesting episodes we've done so far is Diary of the Dead, because
there was a lot of different opinions bouncing around in there.
Yeah, I cannot wait for Survival.
I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared.
I've completely lost where we are though in the.
Okay.
Data almost dies.
Yes.
Data almost. Oh yeah, then Andy makes out with Mikey, right?
Yeah, accidentally, not knowingly. Right. That's where we are. We are there. I'm pretty sure.
Who else is she gonna make out with though?
Well, yeah, in the perfect situation, Brand would have been there, but like in her head, she's dealing with the grief of Brand being dead. So
that's true. She picks the younger brother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what's happened. So many people have no idea about this movie. You're going to be so confused.
They come back and like Andy's looking at Brando romantically, and he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at, mate? They're here."
He literally is like,
shuts it down.
That's exactly what he's like. He's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Yeah. What do you want? They're fucking here. We gotta.
God.
Yeah, so they run away from the criminals and they run into a skull-shaped tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And then Data's got his oil slick shoes and he oils up the log that they walk over. And
these criminals shoot at the kids, right?
They do what?
Shoot.
They shoot. Yeah, they take a couple of shots at the kids as they're going into that entrance.
What the fuck?
They're criminals. You know, they kill people. Kids aren't off the list. They're not going to blend
these
fucking
guys
chunk.
just don't care at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, then the criminals try and go across the log and they both do like comedic like Looney Tunes slip and falls and land on their nuts.
That's because Data used the slick shoes to spit out oil onto the mass.
Exactly.
So that they would do it. Like, again, defensive genius that Data is.
Yeah, bully deterrent.
Oh, do you know what I heard as well about these two actors that played these two criminals? Is that they actually hate each other in real life. And that's why they were casted. Because they had that chemistry.
Of hating each other.
Yeah.
I'd believe it. They come across as that, yeah. They're very good at being the back and forth, like...
They don't look like brothers at all.
No.
No, they don't. I'm surprised to see that... I don't know the character's name, but he's played by Joe.
Francis. Francis is that one, and I think Jake was the singing one. I think that's the name of the two of them.
Yeah, but I feel like he would have had such a bigger role, Joe Pantoliano. I don't know how you pronounce it, because he plays a big role in like Memento, The Matrix.
He's even in Bad Boys as well, isn't he? I think he's in all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Actually, now that you've kind of brought that up,
he's the villain in The Matrix.
He is, yeah.
Oh fuck, that's crazy.
When did The Matrix come him?
99.
In the late 90s and then early 2000s. Yeah. That's nuts. I need to see. Wait, he's in Memento? He's the dude in Memento.
He's the dude in Memento, bro.
What?
Awesome movie as well.
It is.
And in Bad Boys, he's got hair.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he's so unrecognizable in this movie. I think. I don't know if it's because of how young he looks and because of his hair.
He's in the
Daredevil with Ben Affleck as well.
Wait, what?
He's in Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Oh,
Who is he?
I don't think I've seen it.
You don't need to. Please never do. Don't damage yourself.
I think it was on in the background when I was a kid. I don't remember it at all, you know?
Yeah, you should keep it that way. It's safer that way.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad.
But Elektra's cool. She was in the
Baby
Deadpool.
Stay Out.
Yeah. She was so cool back when she was around in the movies.
We all clapped when we saw her, right? That was cool.
It was cool. It was cool, still.
Yeah, so they found like a bone organ, right? That sounds like another word for a penis.
Interesting.
One-eyed Willie again.
A boner organ.
A bone organ. Yeah. And they have to play the notes that are on the back of the map. They find notes on the back of the map. And that's going to open the door. And if they open if they do the wrong note, then part of the floor will open up and they'll all die. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll all be flat.
That happens twice, isn't it? She messes up twice and it nearly takes data away. Or 3 times, sorry. Nearly takes data from us, nearly takes the ghost of Brand.
The criminals actually grab data, but he uses like some boxing glove that comes out of his jacket to hit them in the face.
Like an Inspector Gadget weapon.
Yeah.
He runs up and messes up for everyone. He runs into the piano, almost kills himself.
Holy fuck, man. It's crazy. Do we think data is actually real at this point, or do we think it's just part of the kid's delusion?
Oh.
Because as we said, his thing shouldn't have worked earlier, right? You know,
that is true.
Yeah. Are all of these kids dying one by one? And
maybe he actually died at this point, but the kids just don't want to see it and they just move on.
Or maybe the plot of this movie never happened, and when Mikey and Brand were at the house at the start, Mikey imagined this when he found the map in the attic, and they never went on this adventure. Ooh.
That's a bit sad, that.
Wow, Bex. Wow.
No, it happened. I was there, mate. It happened for sure.
You were there. Which one were you?
This is actually when you moved to Ireland, Bex.
This is what happened. I have really bad memory, so I probably did forget that this happened. Shit.
No, I was the mom criminal. That was
you were Mama Fratelli.
We've not mentioned her very much, right? But she's fantastic. I didn't really write many notes about the Fratellis, but like the 3
of them are very good.
She's constantly bossing the two around. The two are fighting for their mother's love the most, and she's just got like this comedically huge pistol. Like she's always pointing them. Like
there's a scene when they're running after the kids, and you can just hear her grunting. Like
she's grunting like a pig when they're running, right?
Yeah. They're just very cartoony, kind of like comedic villains. They're very good.
Yeah. They play the right notes and they get out and they fall into a water slide, and that just looks super fun, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. And there's the water slide opens right up into like a cove, and there's a pirate ship in a cave.
A pretty cool looking pirate ship.
This movie's so smooth. We've never got through a movie this fast before. This is crazy.
Again, this just feels like just flies.
I don't feel like I have too much to add to it because it's so straightforward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of skeletons on the pirate ship, and they're looking around, and it's really cool. The pirate ship looks dope. It's great sets in this film, like physical sets.
Studios, one of the classics.
It's what?
Filmed in Burbank Studio in California.
Oh, I'd like to go to Burbank one day. When America's not as crazy, I'd love to go. Seems crazy right now, guys.
America crazy?
America?
What? No way.
Yeah. They find a secret door into a room on the ship, and that's like the captain's, what do they call it? Like a captain area?
Captain's quarters.
Yeah, I suppose so. And they find all the treasure. And Mike goes and has a chat with One-Eyed Willie, and he's like, I always believed in you. And Mike calls One-Eyed Willie the first Gooner as well.
Yeah. He makes sure not to take any of the treasure off of Willie's stash.
But they do load up on the booty, though.
They do.
So the criminals find him. And then Data's done with their shit, though, right? So he's like, I'll handle this. And then his fucking gadget fucks up. So they have to give all the jewels to the criminals.
You know why it fucks up, mate? It's because he's not actually there. He's dead.
Ghosts can't hurt people, you see. That's what it is. Yeah. Guns, they can hurt people. Ghosts, they can't hurt people. So the criminals have found him. They have to give all the jewels to the criminals. Andy is then forced to walk the plank. Is she tied up?
She is. Andy's tied up, which is a bit dangerous, you know.
That's dangerous that she's forced to walk the plank if she's tied up. Yeah, and she goes off the edge of the plank, and then Brand jumps in after her to save her. What a hero!
Shame it's not.
But hey, you guys, Sloth and Chunk are here to the rescue, and Sloth really is like Superman. Is this the part where he opens up his shirt?
Yeah, he rips off his shirt, pulls a knife out, glides down the sails of the pirate ship, reenacting a scene they saw earlier on the TV.
When did Superman come out? Because that's Richard Donner, right?
Is it?
Yes, we said he did one. I think the 70-something.
1978.
Oh, okay.
So this is 7 years after.
Yeah, okay. So he's went from doing Superman to doing Sloth as Superman. That's cool.
Super Sloth,
yeah. He wrecks the brothers. And then Brand and Andy kiss. I don't know how she's kissing a ghost, what she does. And
I don't know.
And she's like, wait, you don't have braces, yeah?
Mate, a lot of stuff is going on here. Like, lots of different stuff. They all jump into the water. Slot is like beating up these two criminals, tying them up to the top, and throws mom. Does he throw the mom into the water?
Does he throw his mom into the water?
Yeah, she does the whole like sings him a little lullaby. I always take care of you. And then when it mentions that the cradle falls, Slot reacts to it obviously because something happened to him, and then he just fucking eats it.
He'd been dropped a few times, and that's why maybe that's why he is the way he is, because he was dropped a lot as a kid. Yeah. So he grabs her and throws her overboard. Yeah, then he dives in.
Splash.
And then the mother like frees herself, and then she goes and like saves the sons, and they set off they go to get the money, and they take One-Eyed Willie's treasure, and they set off like the trap, so the place starts falling down. I don't know how One-Eyed Willie, like, if he couldn't get out the cave, I don't know how he set up all of these booby traps.
We don't need to go into that.
Yeah.
John Kramer level of traps.
Oh my god, the chainsaw's back. Can you guys hear that? That's wild.
Don't think it's picking up. Every time he says this, I think he's just imagining at this point. We never pick it up. I know
Maybe
he
it's because I play so much DVD, you know.
Bubba intensifies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where were we now?
Mikey shows why you shouldn't be so greedy and steal Willie's treasure because it was actually booby trapped.
Yeah. The place is falling apart. The gang lights a stick of dynamite as the cave is falling apart.
Yeah, they didn't know it was dynamite though. They just thought it was a candle.
I've not got any more notes about this dynamite. So what the fuck do they do with the dynamite? Do
They use it. They throw it at the rock to escape, but the rock falls and blocks the exit. So Sloth has to lift up the rock so everyone can get out. And it's a real sad moment between Chunk and Sloth. So
It's
almost
really
makes
cute.
me cry every time.
Oh yeah, he saves them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sloth
Bloody chainsaw.
loves
Let me close
Chunk.
my window.
Again, guys, anybody while he's gone, we think he might be imagining this. It's starting to get a bit worrying.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
That's good, folks.
Yeah, we just had the little nice loves Chunk moment as he lets everybody get out through the gap.
Oh yeah, then the rocks fall down on the criminals, and then the police find the gang on the beach, and they're all reunited with their parents, and it's super lovely. And then Baby Mouth actually rizzes up Steph.
Steph, yeah.
Yeah.
Only gets a hug though. Doesn't manage to get himself a kiss there.
He's
Only
maybe a
hug.
little young for her, to be fair.
That's true.
He does.
Yeah, he's just saying.
This ending just gets better and better, I think. It just gets so much happier.
The Fratellis get out of the cave somehow. Oh, because Sloth probably went and saved them, right?
Yeah, he said back to save them because he brings them up onto the beach as well.
And then they blame Sloth. They try to tell the police that it's Sloth's fault, and all the kids rally around Sloth.
They do.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the Fratellis gets arrested, and Chunk's just like, "Hey, Sloth, you're going to live with me now." He's already made up that decision.
Adopts him.
Yeah, he adopts him.
He's so happy his ears start flapping. It's so, like cute.
He does have like he's got this animatronic head, and the fucking ears flap when he's happy. Yeah.
He's like a little dog.
And the old guys from earlier, they come to take the houses away.
With Troy as well. Troy's there back from the dead.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Minus
that's when
one
he found
ass.
out that it's his dad.
Ah, I see.
So the ghost of Troy is here to see the town go down with him.
But Rosita finds a bag of rubies and diamonds. And they're like, oh, well, we don't have to sign these papers because we can afford not to move now. And then the fucking ship sails out of the cave somehow.
Yeah, they're all chatting stories about what happened. Like, it's a pirate ship, there's booby traps, and the police was like, we don't believe you. And then out of nowhere, the ship just comes out, sails in the distance, and you get one of my favorite shots where they're all just staring at the ship.
Mm.
And it's just such a nice shot.
It's nice, dude. It's nice when the ship goes out. But in my head, I'm like, all right, now all of you get to that ship and get all of those jewels. If in that little bag was enough jewels to pay for the entire town not to move, like they'd be millionaires if they had that ship. Or they're just gonna let the ship like coast off somewhere else, you know?
Yeah. Wherever that ship lands, whoever finds it's gonna be so lucky.
Maybe that's what the sequel should be. It's the Goonies figuring out who stole the rest of their treasure.
Or the Goonies live on the pirate ship.
Or they go out on the hunt for the pirate ship in the ocean.
Yeah.
Stranded on an island.
And we find out the ghost of Brand was on the ship the entire time.
Brand was actually One-Eyed Willie.
Became the Flying Dutchman.
Ooh, crossover.
There we go.
Yeah.
Crossover, let's go. All right, that's the film, right?
That is the end of the Goonies. They're just all sat there and the ship there, and then the credits rolled. No,
Never have we managed to talk about a movie in the exact same time it took for the movie. The movie's like 1 hour 50 or something, and we've spoke for 1 hour 49 minutes. That's crazy.
It's because there's nothing really to get massively dug into here. It's a very A to B straightforward kind of movie. It's pretty cool and very fast as well. Like it's flown, absolutely flown by.
Like, the ending of the film like gives you such a happy feeling, like most of the Rocky films as well. It has that same sort of sensational feeling at the end, where everything links together. It's all satisfying. Everything works out.
The whole movie is very satisfying. You know what? So I'd never seen this film before, and I just had a great time watching it. It was just so nice, you know, such a good feel good movie. I probably would have watched this a lot if I'd seen it as a kid. Probably would have went back to it, you know.
It used to be my go-to film every time I was feeling down. I'd just put on the Goonies.
Yeah. And I obviously I can see all the things that I've taken inspiration from this as well. Like we said, Stranger Things, and there's a new Star Wars Skeleton Crew show coming out. That's Goonies and Star Wars.
Not bring up Star Wars, please.
It's okay. We're at the end of the movie point now. Can cry and get angry.
Do we have anything else to say about the Goonies? I just really enjoyed it. That's my piece with it.
Yeah. Are you rating it?
Normally, Bex and Steve do a rating, and I just say if I liked it or not. So Bex, what would you rate it, or have you rated it?
I usually wait until the episodes come out now to do it, but I just because I say it on here, I'd probably give this. I'd say probably a 4 out of 5. It has a lot of nostalgia to it. I just think there's a couple of other like movies of this time that are more like my nostalgia of this time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just purely on nostalgia. What about on like the movies?
Like on the whole movie sense, it's a very strong. I'd even maybe say a 4.5, but a 4 is where it'll probably end up sitting. It's just there's other movies at this time that are more my older like childhood nostalgia ahead of this. Like this would be more for I watch it because I know Callum loves it. This is probably one of his ones, so it's in my little bubble. Where I have a couple of other ones at this time that would be more mine.
Fair, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 as well. I think it's almost perfect.
What makes it not perfect?
There's just, I don't think any film can be truly perfect. I think.
Do you not have a single? So is this as close to like a perfect
obviously
movie?
The fact that there's nothing really to analyze, there's nothing, you can't really go too deep into it. Like the style of it, it's not very stylistic if you think about it.
Yeah, I don't really think so. Yeah, no, I agree.
But just because of the story, the way it's written, the way it makes me feel, like it's pretty high up there.
Yeah,
4.5.
4.5. 4 and a 4.5, and it's a pretty good from me, folks.
Do you give it 1 thumbs up or 2?
I'll give it a thumbs up.
Ooh, we got 1 thumbs up, guys. I like, and anytime I watch it, time I put it on a board of it, it's like the minute you put it on, you instantly just click in. You're like, I'm watching the Goonies, just get my full attention.
Maybe because I don't have the nostalgia for it. Like, I don't feel like I need to watch the film again. You know?
That's fair.
Yeah. Again, it's probably because you didn't watch it when you were younger, so it's not like stuck in your memory like probably me and Zach says it.
We'll maybe talk about a movie at another point. We got Halloween to figure out what we're doing, but we've also got Christmas and stuff. So maybe talk about Home Alone at some point, which is also Chris Columbus.
True.
And see, that's a movie for me that I will watch every year. So I suppose maybe like the Goonies is like the same for you guys, where you feel like you can watch it. You know the beats of the film, and you get excited to see them again. You know,
Like, I can call what's going to happen next like all the time. It's just like same with Scream as well.
I love Scream.
Yeah.
Oh, all right then. We good.
Movie done.
I think we've talked about the Gooners enough, or as much as we could.
Do you want to explain what Gooning is, Zach? Since you're here,
Do they need to know? Do they need to know what Gooning means?
You guys have kind of said the words Gooning and Gooner a couple of times now, so just as a little like at the end, so just in case anybody's confused, educate us on Gooning.
Okay, so we all like to masturbate around here.
That is the most fucking insane way you could have started that.
Oh, it's true though, right? I'm being real.
It's good for you guys.
Yeah, gooning is a state which one can get when highly aroused, where you're always on the edge. You're always on the edge of finishing. It's like edging, right? But it's a technique.
Wait, did Zoomers invent tantric sex? Is that what this is?
It's a form of masturbation.
Is it just jerking it without coming?
Pretty much. You just gotta keep yourself on the edge for as long as you can, mate.
That's tantric sex.
As somebody confused, what's the difference between gooning and edging?
Well, gooning is basically like edging for a long period of time. Basically,
is edging not edging for a long period of time?
Well,
it wouldn't be edging if you weren't doing it for a long period of time, would it?
But to goon is to extend that edge, right? Right?
It's like it's a form of masturbation of it. So it's like it's the way you get off. Basically, is by edging. Kind of. It's a hard thing to describe, mate.
You have to be in the moment.
Yeah. Are you gonna say you had to be there?
You had to be there.
All right.
Okay, I think now we're officially finished.
I hope my housemate cannot hear me right now.
Zach, by the way, he just moved in a few days ago. He does not know the people he's living with yet.
They're just outside the door hearing him saying gooning and edging. Just like, what the fuck?
I know him too. I went out with a night out with him the other day. It was great. That's what I mean.
Oh my god.
Guys,
can we do plugs first? We should do plugs first. We should let Zach plug himself a bit because he's our guest. All right.
You want out?
Zach, yeah, normally. All right, so we'll normally say where people can find us. Where can people find you, Zach?
In Leeds.
I knew he was going to. I was literally about to say it. Please do not say your address.
Don't dox yourself. 123 Leeds.
123 Leeds.
The other day, somebody asked Zach where he lived. He said 123 Birmingham.
No, you can find me on Twitch, RogueZak.
With X's or without? Just RogueZak?
No X's, just RogueZak on Twitch. Mm-hmm. You'll see me a lot on Step Stream as well.
Yeah, you often do cameos on the spooky memes.
I'll be streaming quite frequently now that I'm back on my own.
Glad to hear.
Back to streaming. RogueZak, what do you stream?
I stream video games, Dead by Daylight. That's about it, mate. Minecraft.
I imagine you'll be doing a lot of Minecraft and stuff.
Yeah, no, I do a lot of different games. I'll probably go back to Helldivers for some reason, just because I miss it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, just maybe a bit of Counter-Strike,
Ooh, I think you should get onto that. You should get our mate John. You should play some Counter-Strike. That'd be cool.
If he's still my friend, yeah, I'll hit him up.
Well, he did say he was going to unfriend you because you keep ignoring his requests
I don't
ignore
to play. Him. I respond to him. I give him reasons why I can't play.
Any reason every time you make up a reason.
I remember I told John I've got work in the morning, so I'm going to bed pretty soon. But then I'm in a call with Sean and some other people, and Sean was like, don't you have work tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, that's what I told John.
Poor John.
I can't wait for John to listen to this part.
No, John, I did actually have work in the morning, all right?
Yeah. Find Zach there. So Zach has helped me a lot. He actually got me started on TikTok, and we made a few TikToks together recently. We've been doing some cool dances together. We're not really.
What?
Yeah, we got some cool TikToks coming out on over on the Spooky Memes TikTok. Do you think you'll ever do your own TikTok stuff, Zach?
I'm not sure, to be honest. If
maybe when you're streaming, get the Clipbot up. Clipbot. Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, that's where people can find you. Leeds and on Twitch, RogueZak. RogueZak.
That's it.
None of the
as best as possible.
Stuff.
It'll be in the description of this episode as well.
Yes. Bex, where can people find you and what do you do?
Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Letterboxd. All those places. Go check me out on all of them. Streaming a whole bunch of stuff. Gonna hopefully, I'm touching wood because I've said this for like 2 or 3 weeks now, but I feel inspired by Mr. Spooky in here. I'll hopefully have stuff come out on TikToks and YouTube and stuff back again this week.
Very nice.
And yeah, play a bunch of DVD, bunch of random games, whole bunch of stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks, which I'm excited for. So
come on, Bex, tell me what's coming out. What's coming out?
Dead Rising comes out 2 days before this episode comes out, the remake of the original Dead Rising game, which I'm super excited to play.
Awesome zombies, guys. You know we love some zombies.
Of course. And Silent Hill is just around the corner. Silent Hill 2's remake's coming. I'm a big Silent Hill guy, so I'm very excited to see what they've done with it. That's basically everything I'm looking forward to. Like, super excited for the rest of the year now. 2 big story games.
Okay.
That's coming up.
All right.
Where are we finding you?
Oh, well, you said you're doing all this stuff, Bex, but you've not said where we can find you.
We did. I did. We got me on Bex Fiend 7.
What you're called, Bex Fiend 7.
Oh, yeah. Bex. Oh, yes. And I fixed my TikTok because I know in the last episode, 7. It's fixed fully. It's Bex Fiend 7 now. Everything.
You're Bex Fiend 7 on everything.
Everything. Because some places had 2 7s and there was dashes. Everything's been cleaned out. We have the exact name everywhere. So there you go.
Nice. Yeah, people, you can find me at the Spooky Memes on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. And on YouTube, I've been busy putting together lots of videos where it's a dual perspective of me playing against other streamers, and it's really wholesome vibes and it's really fun. You get to see what it's like to be on the survivor side and on the killer side, and it's I try and blend them in so it's all like it cuts from both perspectives, so you really get a cool idea of the whole match on Dead by Daylight. So that's really nice stuff there. And TikTok is just still going, still beasting there, just trying to get the funniest moments and make them even more funny. As I said, Zach and I have been working. We got some really cool videos coming out on there. Yeah. I think that's me.
Mystery shout out to Steve as well. Don't forget, our boy Steve is missing. He's on a holiday. Not.
We know where he is.
He's missing from this episode.
He's missing from this episode. Yes, you can find him. He's Stevel Knievel, and he will be back. And he will be streaming on Twitch at Stevel Knievel. You know,
he's also got a YouTube, and as he keeps telling us, he'll have a TikTok.
He'll get it, and he'll he's on Letterboxd as well. So in fact, you can probably find out what movies he's watching while he's away, because I'm sure he'll watch something on his travels.
He recently enough watched a movie. Let me just check. I seen it came up, and I was like, "Oh, Steve watched this," and he had fun time with it. That Total Killer on Amazon Prime, horror movie and time travel is all involved, and he gave it 4.5 stars. So he enjoyed that a lot.
4.5, the same as a Goonies.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Might have to give that one.
Yeah, Total Killer. That's very cool. Zach, do you not have Letterboxd?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, you
I should get it.
Yeah.
I told Seb the same. Seb, where's yours?
Where's mine?
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Where is your letterbox?
Where's
I
mine?
think I do actually have
Where is
an
it?
account. I think I'm like following Bex on it or something. Because I see all his
Probably.
reviews.
Possibly. You should definitely go on it. Like if you're doing stuff like this. And again, I said it to Seb the last time. You don't need to rate any to like log that you've seen it. You know, people are interested to see what other people are watching, especially with us doing something like this.
Yeah. Oh well, that's cool. I'll think about it. I should get it. I should just do it. Oh yeah. So before we talk about what we've been up to and what we're going to get up to, shit, Bex, I kind of forced you into telling us what you were going to be getting up to.
Hey, I have plenty more to talk about as well. Though. I've seen some movies.
All right,
well, plans.
Next week, Steve is still going to be away, so we've got another guest host. We're getting Sean, who's also known as Friend Krampus, and he is often on my stream. He also has his own YouTube. You maybe know him from the stream or the YouTube. But yeah, and the movie, Bex, you're going to have to tell me if you've ever heard of this movie before. The movie we're going to watch next week and discuss is a movie I've never heard about. It's called Skinamarink.
Oh my god.
What kind of reaction is that?
That's not what you want to hear, is it?
Oh no. That's going to be... Oh no.
Oh, now I'm extremely interested. What the fuck?
Oh, okay, right. So I've not actually gotten around to watching it, but when it came out, the internet went insane about it because it's only like recent year or two, and all I've ever heard of this movie is it is so scary, it's amazing, or that is the most boring piece of shit. So I cannot wait to see where we land on this.
Okay.
There's nobody I've ever seen in the middle. It's either everybody loves it or they fucking hate it.
I am
so excited.
So curious right now. All I thought is that's a funny name.
I'm actually so like gassed that he's picked that. That's going to be such a fun one to do. Oh my god.
That's a reaction.
That is the reaction you want. Holy shit. I can't wait to...
That's insane. Okay.
All right, we're doing Skinamarink next week, Bex.
I've been fucking flashbanged by that. I was expecting like, you know.
You've completely cut out. You got so excited. You've moved your headset and you just stopped talking anyway.
Sorry. Yeah, I bumped my mic again. I keep doing that. But yeah, from what he'd told us before, I was trying to think of if he changes, what could he pick? And then he's come out with this.
He's a guy he's very well spoken. He's got a degree in writing, but he doesn't give a shit about movies. So the few movies he's seen, he obviously cares about. And
I genuinely can't wait.
Okay. He told me the reason why he wanted us to watch this is because of the few movies he's seen, whenever he brings up this in particular, nobody's ever heard about it. So he wants to force us to watch it so we can talk about it with us, which is great, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I've got an excuse to sit down and watch it now, because it's like I've known about it, but I've kept pushing it off, being like, I'll get to it. It'll inevitably get watched at some point. Now I have to do it. I'm
it's
fucking
a tiny
excited.
budget. What the fuck? $15,000. I mean, that's a lot of money, but like, that's
For a
not a lot
movie.
of money to make a
No.
movie.
Yay. That's all I can say is yay.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
let's-
God.
Self, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah, you
We're getting
should check it
Sean
out.
on next week. Yippee.
IMDb, it's rated 4.8 out of 10, so it really is right in the middle. Like you
Yeah.
said.
And like, again, the only reactions I've ever seen, this is one of the scariest, coolest, like, experimental type of movies I've ever seen. And then somebody underneath to be like, I hate this movie. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. So, like, there's nowhere in
Canadian
between
horror
it.
movie, guys. I know we got a lot of Canadian listeners, so we'll check that
Hi,
out.
Hillary.
Hello, Hillary. Hello, Clarel. All right, that's what we'll be doing next week. So that'll be exciting. And all right, Zach.
Yo.
At this point in the pod, we talk about what we're excited for, what's coming up, and what we've been doing, and what we're going to be doing.
Oh,
Yeah?
God.
So, Bex,
Yeah.
do you want to start us off? So we
I
get a
can
feel
set
for
us
it?
off in the best way possible by asking, can we take a break so I can
A pee
It's
break.
so funny because you cut out, so we don't know if you said pee or a boo.
I need to take a pee. I need to
You
not take
cut
a pee.
out
Go
on
for
the
a pee.
The pee.
Why don't, mate? You take us with you, right?
I just need to back out a second, please.
All right, All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in like literally like seconds. Yeah. All right, we're back, folks. All right, Bex, get us started. What you've been doing? What you want to do? What's happening?
I think the best way for me to come back in and start this is last week we mentioned a certain movie that I hadn't seen yet. You and Steve were able to talk a little bit about Trap. Right?
Oh yeah. Wait, you
I
hadn't
finally
seen
watched
it?
Trap. I hadn't seen it last week. I only watched it. I think one that we recorded Monday. I must have watched it Tuesday or Wednesday.
This is weird because we've discussed this, but we've not discussed it. Okay, yeah, we've not said it on air. Okay.
No, didn't really say a lot about it. I think it was okay. There's a lot in it I don't like. There's quite a few bits in it I don't like. But then Josh Hartnett is too lovable and funny and just cool in it. I can't hate the movie.
Okay, wait, Seb, isn't that a film that you said you really liked? Trap.
Yeah, you've seen it twice now.
I've seen it twice already.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just had to the chainsaw started again. I had to.
Yeah, it's all good.
You liked Trap?
Zach was saying that's the movie you really liked, right? You really liked.
I love Trap. I think it's dope. It's so much fun. I totally get the criticisms. It's not perfect at all. It's got a lot of bad stuff in it that just doesn't work. But like, as far as like a fun movie going experience goes, I had a really fun time with it. And
M. Night Shyamalan doesn't know how to make people have conversations with each other, though. It's the heaviest thing.
Cheesy, fun, stupid conversations between characters. But I just got into the world of it, you know, like, and I just enjoyed it. I wasn't overthinking anything. I was just like, this is just a fun time.
Like there's fun. There's a lot of fun to be had with it, but there's just so many things I was like, meh. But again, I thought it was just dumb fun. I'm right in the middle. I think I'm right in the middle. There's enough stupid in it that I don't entirely love it, but there's enough fun in it that I was able to enjoy it when I was watching.
That's completely fair. Absolutely. And I get what if you dislike the movie, completely understand. That's fair as well. I'm not arguing for the film. For me, it was very fun.
What else did we do then after that? I rewatched Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee on Sunday with the lads.
Very
awesome
cool.
Movie. Very cool movie. And then unfortunately had to sit and watch Alien 3 with the lads. Not a cool movie.
So are you going through all the Alien films?
Yeah. So what we do over the weekends, myself and the lads, we'll pick a movie. It's like what we do for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
We pick a movie each, depending on the day and whoever gets around to. But Callum, Aaron, our best friend, doesn't really enjoy the Alien movies at all. He doesn't even like the original one. He just doesn't vibe with it. So Callum tried to be nice by every second choice of Callum's, he'd put in another movie in between the Alien movies just so that Aaron didn't have to sit and watch every Alien movie back to back, right?
Oh my God, I could have done that with the zombies.
So by the time Romulus comes out, we should have everything caught up to by then, and we'll be able to watch it at home together.
Oh, by the time it comes out at home.
Yeah. So yeah, we've gotten up as far as Alien 3, and it stinks so bad. And there's so many CG shots that look terrible of the xenomorph, and it's like, for some reason, it's green tinted because the green screen didn't sit well with whatever way they placed it. It's awful. But then again, Resurrection has to come up, and that's still probably in my head the worst Alien.
I think I remember 4 being worse than 3.
Oh, it is. Okay. From my memory, at least, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to like Prometheus more when I get back to it because of these 3 and Resurrection viewings. But then people love Resurrection for some reason. I don't know.
People love all of them. There's a fan out there for every one of them, you know.
That's true. Yeah. Again, different strokes for different folks and all that kind of stuff. That's basically everything I did over the weekend. There's everything kind of covered. I played Astrobot as well.
I was about to say you played Astrobot.
PlayStation exclusive Astrobot game.
Did you do that on stream?
I did. I fucking loved it. It's so fun.
Watching your gameplay on stream, it just seemed like such a fun, wholesome time, you know? And like,
it's like
decent platforming, decent puzzles.
The game itself is very basic, like it is, but like I'm 28, you're nearly 30. I grew up on PlayStation. Everything that was in there was like, hey, old man, remember this thing you did when you were like 8?
Was it
now
a lot
it's
of stuff
here.
that doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, there's a lot of outdated or lost IPs, I suppose, now that PlayStation haven't touched in years.
And the thing
Like
is,
a lot of
PlayStation
them.
has them, so they
Yeah, I think Astrobot will do a good job for a lot of those games where people will be asking for them to come back now, and they'll be like, "Yeah, well, we get it now. We
maybe,
understand." So
unless
hopefully,
people just want it in the. I'm really torn on all of these games that are just like, yo. I mean, Astrobot is specifically like, yo, it's the PlayStation mascot, and he's going through a bunch of different IP.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm torn about it because I do enjoy it, but I don't want that to be what everything becomes. You know,
I think the Astro, like, so when the PlayStation 5 came out, there was like a tech demo game of Astrobot on the PlayStation on default, right?
yeah,
And it made a good use out, like the PlayStation controller is built for all these
it was to show off
triggers
what
and vibrations.
the new, yeah.
It honestly was one of the best games that had been put on the PlayStation like for ages. So this was like them going, hey, right, we'll build a whole game off of that because you all love the tank demo. Why not just throw all these IPs that we can get and just get you guys talking about PlayStation stuff again? Because it's basically, I think that the whole point of it is this year's the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. So it's like, hey, what a good time to get everybody talking about the 30 years of PlayStation IPs that we have.
It's like
just
a
put a game out with it,
celebration
innit?
of PlayStation. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
But it was really, really fun. It was really cool. I genuinely, I don't remember the last time I've had so much fun with a game where it was just like all you're doing is beating up little bots and jumping around, but you like it was just genuinely fun. You could turn your brain off and have a good time with it.
How long did it take you to watch it?
I platinumed the game, so like every achievement, and it took about 22 hours.
Okay.
So if you're going for everything, if not, you could probably speedrun it in like fucking 8 to 10 hours.
That's cool.
And there's free DLC.
Looks a lot like a
out
Mario game to me.
It's very like it's like a more easy, child-friendly version of Mario Galaxy, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds like you're some marijuana.
But it is. It's like a dumbed down version of a Mario game, which is saying something because Mario games, they're pretty like simplistic.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So that was my last game I played, and then as we mentioned earlier, Dead Rising comes out by the time this episode is out.
You'll be playing that. Love
Dead Rising. Obviously, we mentioned it in the Dawn episode because there's very clear similarities there.
Yeah.
I've not played any of the Dead Rising games, you know.
Maybe it's time for Zach. You'll probably, if you jump on to it's a remake, right?
Yeah. And it's working off of the new RE engine.
RE engine. If you can run it, Zach.
Sure, I can run it, bro.
I recommend it.
Can I run it? I can run it.
I think you could. You would absolutely like just lose your shit playing it. I think you'd adore it. Yeah,
I would fully recommend it, Zach. Like 100%.
I'm gonna check right now if it's. I will play it if it's available on the Steam Deck. Actually, what's it called? Dead Rising.
And while they're doing that. Silent Hill 2's remake's coming up. Mentioned it earlier, and I'm also
this is deluxe remaster.
Yeah, that's the one.
It doesn't say remake. It's a remaster.
£35.
It's like it's getting called a remaster, but honestly, said that, like from anything I've seen, this is built up from the ground. It's entirely reworked. I don't know why they're calling it.
Call it a remaster, right?
If it's the whole thing, new engine, everything looks completely like. Again, they've put their effort in. It's not just spitting out it's a prettier version. It's
do you know about
this
game, Zach?
I do know about it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had it on my Xbox back in the day, but I just never played it.
Ah, well, you're in a mall that's overrun by zombies, and you gotta go take pictures of them and fuck them up.
And there's so many like weird, wacky weapons and characters and craziness.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, seems super cool.
Is it a story game?
Yeah.
Okay. Sound.
Yeah.
Story is pretty basic to it, to be fair as well. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a phenomenal story. It's just you're getting in, stuff is happening, killing zombies, getting out. Fun though.
Yeah, looks.
I'll take you.
Looks dope. You like zombies?
I love zombies.
You like Call of Duty zombies? Yeah.
Yeah. Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot as well. The next one of them is coming out for anybody. It's a COD person. The next one is coming out soon as well.
It looks terrible.
I've already pre-ordered. I'm too late in now.
I want to get it though.
You play them all, right?
I've skipped a couple of years now because I got really bored with it. But I think this year, because I missed it, I got an itch. So I was like, yeah, I need to.
This one's back with zombies, though, right?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. I'll get it to play zombies with you, mate.
Yay, we're gonna link up. Hopefully, there's crossplay because, like, if they don't,
there's crossplay in all the other recent ones. I think Black Ops 3 was the last one that wasn't crossplay.
Imagine bringing out a game without crossplay at this point.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know why anybody would bother.
Like one of these big budget games. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, like if you're a smaller budget game, you're not able to like do that. That's totally fine. But like a massive AAA title, and they go, yeah, no crossplay. It's like nobody's gonna care about that anymore. Yeah, that's basically everything covered, I think.
All right, Zach. What cool things have you been doing recently? What cool things have you been checking out, and what are you excited for that's coming up?
So, okay.
And talk a little bit more into the mic as well, Zach, as well.
Sorry, I've been leaning back, mate. I can't sit still. Beetlejuice, right? I recently watched the new Beetlejuice movie, and I enjoyed it a lot, but I think it was a pretty crap movie still.
Okay.
2024 is just a year for, this is fun. It's pretty crap. It's fun.
It's like, it's not as good as the first. I only watched it for Justin Theroux. In fact, I didn't watch the first until like the night before I went to go see this one.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, because I only wanted to watch it for Justin Theroux, who I think is the best actor of all time. Seb, you can back me up on this.
Somebody asked me yesterday who my favorite actor ever was, and I was like, yo, there's not many performances like Justin Theroux's in The Leftovers that just has me like completely captivated. So yeah, I'll agree. I think Justin Theroux, and honestly, I don't think he's great in anything else, but in The Leftovers, like that is just the performance for me. Is perfect in that.
He's great in American Psycho. Best character.
Like I watched The Mosquito Coast with him, and he's really good at it, but it's just so badly written. Like
I never finished that.
Yeah. Well, he's a writer before an actor. You know, he wrote Tropic Thunder and he wrote the Zoolander movies and stuff, and then he just came and did The Leftovers. It was incredible in it, and then just bounced. You know.
Yeah. No, that show is amazing, and but this Beetlejuice movie, I thought the story was quite naff. Jenna Ortega's storyline I hated it so much. But it was just really funny, and there was a lot of fun moments in it, and I was entertained throughout. So, you know,
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I've never seen the original. Bex, are you a Beetlejuice guy?
I like the original. Didn't care enough about a sequel coming out to want to go see it yet.
Okay, fair play.
It was just kind of like, it's out, cool, I'll see it when I see it. That was my take on it.
The original is a great movie, actually. When I watched
it's very fun. We watched it, I think it was like last Halloween. It's still, I enjoyed it. Still holds up like.
It does. In fact, it has sandworms in it, mate. I think you'll like it, Seb.
Sure.
It's got to be well written. It's going to be good.
Does the sequel have the sandworm?
It does, yeah.
Cool.
Yes. And it's also filmed the same way as the original. They didn't use any extra technology that they have or could have. They just kept it the same.
That's good.
Which is good. But no. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty stressed. I've just moved back to Leeds to start uni again. And I don't know, it's all right. Tomorrow they're actually screening Napoleon. And I don't know if I want to go see it.
Have you seen it before?
No. I've heard shit things about it.
Have you seen it, Bex?
No. Is that the movie with Joaquin Phoenix in it?
Yeah, it's Joaquin Phoenix. Sorry, we had this discussion in the break. It's all right. It could definitely be better.
I don't like history piece movies. I don't really care for them.
Didn't like Oppenheimer?
Like Oppenheimer was good enough. Like that's a good movie, but I don't like like fucking.
You not like Gladiator?
I don't like old like war. No, I've actually never seen Gladiator. Never seen
it. Who directed it again?
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott's. Yeah, he did it.
Ridley Scott's.
I did say that. So it came out as like Ridley Scottam. Yeah, I've never watched Gladiator. I'm just not big into the history piece movies where there's a bunch of people like battling each other and shit. I'm not big into that.
Growing up, I didn't. But if it's by like a director I like, I'll check it out. As I'm getting older, I'm definitely getting more into like, blokey war movies as I'm getting older.
I do want to watch like Gladiator now that the second one has come out because it looks good. So I might watch it before the second one does drop.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do that with another episode with Zach. We could watch Gladiator.
That'd be pretty interesting.
I think maybe if we do Scream, we get Zach in.
That's true. That's true.
I really like Scream.
I also want to go. I do want to see Trap, and I also do want to see Alien Romulus.
You should see both of those movies. Trap is out online now, so you can just watch that. I think you'll have fun with Trap.
I fully recommend Trap as well, because like again, what one people think is shit, you'll probably enjoy kind of thing.
It's really fun.
Like, I think it's right in the middle as well. Like I think like Seb has said, there's just like so much that somebody could hate, and there's so much that somebody loves. I know why Seb loves it. Like when I was watching, it's like it's so goofy, it's so like unbelievably fun.
Yeah,
that I could see where Seb did love it.
It's. Yeah,
I feel like I will have fun with it. It's one of those movies where I can see myself liking it from the trailers and everything.
Yeah, I think you'll have fun with it. And Alien Romulus, on reflection, I'm gonna watch that again when it comes out on streaming. On reflection, I was maybe a little harsh on it. It's good enough. It's good enough as an Alien sequel. It's good. It's good.
My friend really liked it.
Yeah.
When he went to see it.
I suppose at some point, whenever I get around to watching it, Seb will probably yap and bubble more into it then when it comes out online, because you'll have watched it again.
That more. Yeah, because you'll have watched it, and then I'll have probably freshly watched it when that comes out again.
And I'm sure Steve will check it out, because I know he wanted to, but he didn't get around to seeing it when it was in cinema and stuff.
See it.
So that'll be a fun one to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm going to hopefully be streaming a lot more on Twitch, making a lot more content.
Yeah, you're looking forward to that? You've been talking about coming back to Twitch.
Yeah, I seem to have a lot more time since I'm back. Like the other day, just being able to hang out with Seb and edit some more TikToks. Like having the time to do that and the freedom. It's good again. So
you're in your own space and you're on your own timetable,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
And anything else? You gonna play some Rain World? I fucking love that game.
Okay. So I've been playing Rain World with my girlfriend, right? Yeah. But she's so addicted to Dead by Daylight right now. It's so difficult to get her onto Rain World to carry on playing it.
I've been talking to Steve and Bex about Rain World every yapping bubble segment, because I'm just like, this is the best game ever. It's crazy.
This is like the month of
mate. He keeps sending me fucking random memes of Rain World that just makes no sense.
Yeah, I love that game.
Go on, tell us more what you've been at, Sam.
Shall I? Right. Well, I'll tell you what I started the other day. I started a game called Lords of the Fallen. It's almost like, it's not like a remake, but it's like a reboot of the franchise. So I played the original Lords of the Fallen game, and it was really poor. It was one of the first Souls-like clones to come out, and I've played all the FromSoft stuff, and I've played so many other Souls-likes, and there are some great ones out there, like the Surge 2, notably. I adore that in terms of like non-FromSoft Souls-likes. But yeah, so I started Lords of the Fallen. It was a gift to me via lovely Clarel, and it's so much fun. So I can't wait to play more of that. I've been playing it on the Steam Deck when I get the chance, but I've been so busy editing and stuff, and just doing Twitch stuff recently. So I've not really played too many games other than Dead by Daylight. But I do have movies that I'm looking forward to. So there's a movie coming out called The Substance that I have been hyped for. I hope it's as good as my imagination is making it out to be, because I think it could be dope. Anyway, I think that comes out this Thursday.
Is it straight to streaming as well, or is it going cinema?
Well, I was looking to see it's in theaters. It's in the cinema because I first found out about it when I went to see Trap. I was like, oh, what's this film? Because the trailer played before Trap. I was like, this looks dope. So last night I was looking to see if it was on at my local cinema this Friday, right?
Yeah.
And this Friday, the only 2 movies that it says on the website are even out at my local cinema. They're showing Terminator 2 Judgment Day and The Dark Knight, and they're both showing at 8 p.m. And that's the only 2 movies they're saying they're showing, so I can't see if I can't see if The Substance is out, but it probably will be. So I'll maybe go and watch The Substance by myself, and then maybe invite some friends to go see either Terminator 2 or The Dark Knight. I can't decide which because they're just both
Dark Knight.
So exciting.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Wait, when is that showing?
This Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I had a gun to my head saying pick one, it's The Dark Knight. That in the cinema must be amazing.
Dude, I could come up this Friday, you know.
This Friday? You want to come up and watch The Dark Knight? That would be sick.
I fully could, you know.
You're starting uni this week. Yeah, I'll come up. I'll come up watch. Dude, well, you are more than welcome to if you want to come watch The Dark Knight this Friday. I'm excited about that. So next week I'll maybe talk about seeing The Dark Knight in cinemas. That'd be dope. Yeah, I'm excited for The Substance and The Dark Knight. that's me. That's what I'm gonna get up to. Oh, I watched did I tell you guys? Oh yeah, I told you guys I watched Terminator Zero. That was pretty. I was just I'm always morbidly curious about Rick and Morty. Like, I don't really ever enjoy it, but I started watching the anime because I was like, what is this? Why are they making an anime of an already like animated thing? Yeah. And I'm about halfway through it, and it's interesting, but it's not.
No, you know what you need to watch? It's not great. TV show called Smiling Friends. That's also an adult.
Facts.
It's so good.
Smiling Friends.
If you are in, zooted Seb state and you watch Smiling Friends, I think you'd have the best time.
It's amazing.
You see, I've not smoked weed in a long time, so I'm never in a zooted Seb state, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there's
save it for a time when you possibly are, and then I think you'd have the greatest.
So next month I am going to the Netherlands, so I will have access to weed. So maybe I'll
do it.
Maybe watch it while I'm there. That'd be cool. Yeah,
I think you can only watch it on Channel 4 though.
Yes, that's the only place to watch this.
Yes.
Thing. Yes.
Arr.
Oh, last week, Bex, the fucking DVD game by Big Massive Pictures or whatever came out.
Supermassive. Yeah, the casting of Frank Stone.
How was it?
Okay. So I had fun with it. I thought it was really, really cool. They did a lot of cool shit, right? Then I went to play it the second time and I went, this is a piece of shit to try and play again.
Really?
It's a game where, right, so the game tells you at the end there's 16 different endings, right? So and there's all these different passageways and little lines and different decisions. And I got about halfway through and I realized this is the exact same game, only there's a different character having the exact same conversation that's going to lead me to the exact same end. So it has no replayability. You play it one time, you'll get a cool little, if you play, I can't imagine somebody who hasn't played DBD enjoying this game, because the ending is like the scene of Leonardo DiCaprio clicking and whistling at the TV is like, DVD people, look, here's a little thing for you. If you do not play DVD, there's no way you'll enjoy the ending. And then there's no...
Oh, really? The ending is just for DVD people.
It's literally, right? Sorry now for anybody. I'm spoiling it. I'm going to say it now. Don't want to know? It's fine.
I'm going to take my... I don't know if I want to know or not.
I want to hear it because I'm not... I've heard
I'm going to take my headphones off.
I'll message back in Discord when I'm finished. Okay. I'll just say it done, right?
Let's hear it.
So... Right at the end, whatever character you're playing as coming up to the end walks onto the campsite, and Dwight, Meg, and Claudette are sat there. They don't move. They don't say anything. They just sit there, which is okay. Didn't mind that. But it just shows you. It shows what it's like for a character to come out of their world and end up on the campsite with our survivors going into the game. That's your ending. It's your character for the very first time being put onto the site, and then the killer. Which I think the design. I'm not going to say too much about it for other people, but the design of what to do with Frank Stone at the end is so fucking cool that if he's not in the game later on, I'll actually be disappointed. But like the ending is so stale if you don't know DBD.
Yeah, no, I get that, honestly.
We'll bring that back. But that's like, again, the game for a first time playthrough as a DVD person. It's like, this is really, really fun. There's a lot of references in there for DVD people to enjoy. But anybody that does not play DVD, I can't understand how you'd enjoy this at all.
Yeah, I've heard the game is in like 5 hours as well.
I think
like, it's not that long of a game.
I'll tell you right now, because I have it on my dashboard still. It took me 8 hours to finish the game.
Oh, 8 hours.
Yeah. So it's not super long, but again, there's some cool shit in there, just not enough to make the game like amazing or.
It's not Until Dawn.
No. I still think it's probably maybe only because we're DVD people. It's probably like their second, maybe third best of the games they've done of the long run.
The
but
Quarry's on sale right now, so it's better than that.
Yeah, I think it's better than the Quarry. Like, I thought the Quarry was cool, but I don't remember much.
I quite like
it. It did some cool shit too. Also, I
as well.
Have to mention, because I know we talked about it on the podcast, that the Speak No Evil remake is starting to do the rounds, and it's actually supposedly meant to be really good.
People are loving it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably give it a chance at some point. I've heard they do enough different to warrant having done a remake for American people.
Yeah.
So if that's like, as long as it's not just, hey, we didn't like the Danish version, we're just going to make it American and just not change anything, I would have been like, don't bother. But now that I've heard it's different and James McAvoy is meant to be really good, I'll probably check it out at some point.
Fantastic. I was playing this game recently called Jump King.
Oh no.
Have you heard of this, Bex?
Yeah.
I was in call with this guy, with Tom Tiddle, and mate, I don't know how he wasn't raging, because I was raging just watching him play.
So I just love these stupid climbing games where like you make one wrong move and you fall to the bottom for some reason. I don't know if it's like I'm just into the pain of it or something, but God, I just like, I love these games. Like, it's one of those games. So you play as like a knight, and you're told there's a smoking hot babe at the top of like the top of something at the top, just at the top, right? Yeah. And you've got to go up and get her, and you've not seen her, but there you go. And all you can do, there's the directional buttons left and right, and there's a jump button. That's it. 3 buttons in the whole game. And
you've got like time the power of your jumps each time.
Yeah.
It's so easy to mess up.
Yeah, and the amount of times I'd fall and you just bounce off the wall and you fall all the way back to the start. And it was really funny because I was in a call with Zach and Tom Tiddle, and they're getting really frustrated watching me, but I'm just I just love it, you know. It's great. It's really relaxing to me. So yeah, I'll probably play more Jump King as well. That's me all yapped up, I think that's me. Maybe I'll check out Speak No Evil when if you know what, you let me know. Let me know if it's decent, and then maybe I'll check out the Danish version. And,
I've come to things I want to figure out, so it'll be mainly if I can warrant spending the money to go cinema, I'll probably just like, fuck it, I'll go over and have a look at it. So if I see it, I'll let you know. I'd recommend checking out the original if you've not seen it. 100%. I honestly think it's one of my favorite movies I've watched in the last while. It's going into it not knowing what the plot is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll check out the American one at some point. I do want to see what they've done different.
I'm so excited for Skinamarink after your reaction to it before. I just
honestly like. I don't know what way I'll feel about it. I know a little bit about it, not enough. I could go into it hating it, but it's the fact now that I have to watch it, I'm just excited to finally do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have Sean on. And a big shout out again to Zach. Zach, it's been super fun having you on. Hopefully we didn't scare you off. And
I was going to say thank you for having me on.
It's been dope, dude. It's been dope having you on.
I was real nervous because you guys don't like to cut around these these edits. So I was trying my best not to have a voice crack throughout the entire episode. I don't know if I had one. I might have had one or two, but
honestly, it wouldn't be the first time. I know we've probably had a few little squeakies happen at times too. So
yeah,
no, you've been fine. You fit it in. I honestly had so much fun.
thanks, man. Yeah, it's been good.
Thanks for choosing the Goonies, because what just a chill movie to sit down and watch and just have good vibes to.
Yeah,
You know? Maybe we won't get that next week with
Skinamarink. Yeah, you guys are gonna be.
Skinamarink.
I said this is last night we were talking. This is gonna be my first time like actually voice talking to Sean, and it could end up with me and Sean arguing about Skinamarink.
You two not called yet?
No, as long as I've known Seven, that I've never actually been in a call at the same time as Sean.
You can
just
get
never lined
pretty
up.
sassy. Watch out, mate.
I love that though. We love Sean. We love him. But nah, honestly, like on a real, Zach, anytime you want to come on or you want to talk about stuff, I'd love it. I'm sure Steve would absolutely love to be able to chat to you when he's back too.
Absolutely. I think Steve you've had some big shoes to fill jumping in here.
Yeah, it's really putting me on edge.
Steve was he'd love to be here while you are here, though. You know, so we'll have to do this not only when we need somebody to come and help be our third person, but also, you know, you could maybe be a fourth person next time. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure we'd easily flow with 4. Hopefully,
yeah.
Could split the battle in 2. It could be 2 people on one side, 2 on the other.
So when I eventually pick a Zack Snyder movie, Zach, you're coming on, right?
Yeah, Flash, mate, the Flash.
I have one in mind coming up soon, guys. So maybe I'll.
God, what a coincidence! I'm just totally not available that week.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know when it is, but that week I just know I'm going to be good.
Steve's like, yeah, I'm not available either.
It's just you talking Zack Snyder by yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I'm washing my hair that day.
Not that we have anything to say, but do we want to kind of mention October and just say that we're going to do something?
Guys,
not that we have anything.
We like scary movies. We're going to do some scary movie related podcast episodes in October. And not the scary movie series, or maybe the scary movie series. I don't think we want to do scary.
I don't think so.
I don't want to do scary movie. Actually, I do not want to do scary movie.
I'd only do it if we were fully going in to rip it apart and take the piss, because they're not good. I wouldn't mind it, but not for October. I'd like to do something spooky.
Yeah, let's do something actually like, you know.
The idea that we have at the moment is to shoot it out, and I'm only saying it so other people might give us opinions in the comments. We want to stick to one series if possible, so we can cover a movie, a sequel. I think there's 5 recordings in October, unless we have to shuffle things around. So, it'd be cool to maybe have a 4 movie series or a 5 movie series, or even a 6 if you have to finish it out in the first week of November or whatever.
Yeah. So. Yeah, 5 or 6 maybe. Yeah, so we'll.
I'm just saying, if there was 6.
You know what? 6. I know what fits 6.
We won't say it, because then somebody will be like, "You guys didn't do it. Why didn't you do it?" But
okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking. I was counting it in my head. But I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind that though. I wouldn't mind.
There's a couple of, I had them jotted down. I have them in like a pad, but we'll talk about it off or whatever. There's a couple of movies that are 5 or 6 that I think we could definitely do, and it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But spooky season's coming. I'm going to be so fucking. For the first time in my entire life, I scheduled a month of everything that I have to do, and my God, I'm so busy. I'm actually so busy with shit.
That stressed me out, man.
I just again. You know what? Right? It's not in a mean way, but I'm blaming you. Just seeing how much stuff you've been doing has just got me, like, kicked me in the ass to be like, you know what? You should just do stuff. Just get out there, try stuff.
I always say this. Just do, right? Just do the thing. Just
all right,
just do it.
Just do it.
There was a. So I've been listening to another podcast for years. I know, right? I'm listening to it. I'm not on it. Castle Super Beast, and Wooly is one of the hosts on there, and he's always people ask him like, "Hey, how can I get started doing something?" And he just goes, "Just do it, just do it." So that's I kind of took on that mantra, and that's what I tell myself.
Don't think about starting it, just do it, and then it will come.
Jump in, give it a go. That's what we did with this podcast. For years, I wanted to do a fucking film podcast and talk about movies, and.
On the stream randomly, it's like, we should do it. 2 hours later, it was literally like, we're doing it.
Yeah, that's how it went. And
it's crazy.
You want to look at like success. I just posted a little screenshot there. This is why another reason why I couldn't sleep last night. Look at the time on that, but look, things are just popping.
Damn.
That's sick.
Well done. Again, big credits, right? Seb's not going to like this because we're doing it with him here, but big credits to Seb because it's been flat out over the last couple of weeks, just pushing out content for everybody, and it's like it's really paying off. So well done.
Well.
I'm sorry if I've sounded a little burnt out today. I definitely need to take a break at some point.
100%.
I've got this holiday coming up. Well, like 4-day holiday like coming up next month. So I'm kind of
that entire time. Don't be on your phone. Just like literally take the entire time over there to just not be on your phone.
Yeah, I just need the time to like disconnect and just
let me take over your TikTok while you're away.
We can become the spooky memes. Oh wait, Sean's going to be gone as well. Zach, we're going to be the spooky memes. Where's Sean and Seb now?
Let's do it.
The other day I had Bex on. The other day I had Zach. I not had you both on at the same time, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And again, that was only my second time being on stream. It was super fun.
It would be cool to have you on. I don't know if like I was going to say it'd be cool to have you on with Sean, so you guys can be in a call together for the like before being in the podcast together. You know,
I, honestly, let me. I'm trying to just rack my brain. Any day that isn't Wednesday, if you guys are cool, I could probably shuffle some stuff around and pop in with you guys.
A lot, so we might not even get the opportunity. But yeah,
if not, hey, I'm not entirely a socially anxious guy. When Sean starts yapping, I'll start yapping back, so it'll be fine.
He isn't either, so we'll all be good. It'll all be good.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Zach, do you want to sign us off?
Do I want to sign this off? Not really.
You know what? I think that's just the perfect place to end it. Well done. Good sign off, Zach.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Everybody.
Gooners never say die, people.
Gooners never say die. Say GG to Zach in the comments. Come to stream and tell us how much of a great job he's done, and tell us how much of an alright job that me and Bex have done. You know, you just say it's alright. I'll take that.
I'm requesting you all tell me how long you lasted gooning to this episode before you broke. I just need to know.
Wait, what was that?
It's called breaking.
Mate, I've been gooning this entire episode.
And on that note, we've been We Know Kino, and goodbye. Thanks, guys.
Peace.